your hosts, Peter and CJ.
Whoa! Yeah, today. Oh, baby. Today. We doing Game Show Wednesday?
Yeah!
There we are. Oh, yeah. Got a great idea for a game show I'm hoping to push later on this week. CJ never got back to me on. That's fine.
My man is out in the yard, Austin, at noon cutting grass, texting me about thoughts for the show. And I'm just concerned about his safety. It was hot and at noon.
I was properly
Peter never
hydrated.
stops, man. The grind never stops.
That's right. I was properly hydrated.
I didn't want to reach out to him because I wanted him to rest, get plenty of fluid.
I had a beautiful inspiration as I was cutting the grass. I had to stop, and I'm just coated in sweat and trying to text while just I got grass clippings and like sweat, and it's probably not good for the phone. But I had to do
No,
it.
it's definitely not good for
I had to do it though. It was that moment. So hopefully that inspiration, you'll find out more about that this week. I hope. You never got back to me, so I don't know how you feel about it. But yeah, I'm assuming you love the idea because it's a great idea.
I'm flabbergasted, though, at the fact that at noon, you're just out there in these streets cutting grass. Like, what?
That's what we got to do.
It was 500 degrees you reported yesterday.
It was.
You're
Shout
just-
out to all my people out there cutting grass in 500-degree heat. I'm with you. I'm right. I was out there with you. It was hot. We did it, though. I managed to survive it. I stayed properly hydrated. I took the breaks I needed when my body told me to.
Okay.
I didn't get too crazy out there.
Were you on a riding lawnmower?
No.
Oh,
Come on, man. How big do you think my house is?
I think it's a mansion.
I
I just assume everybody lives in a mansion but me.
No.
I can assure you I do not.
No. I live in it's I got a nice little yard. And
Funny thing is, Austin, I assumed you stayed at an estate like Brady does or did, the one that's for sale.
he stayed at.
Say what?
He stays at.
Is Brady still there?
Never know. As per our conversation yesterday about the use of stayed at versus lived at.
Oh.
I lived versus I stayed at.
See, again, just never dawned on me.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It's one of those things. Well, we it's a discussion for a different
It's
time. It's a
crazy.
discussion for a different time, but it's true.
And I said I was going to pay more attention to that.
You did.
Okay.
And yet you did not.
I'm paying attention now.
All right, so welcome into the program. My name is Peter Edmiston. That is CJ Hurd. It is going to be hot today, but I think not quite as hot as it has been the last 2 days. I think we're going to see a little bit of a respite because that the thing that came through last night, storm thingy that we're talking about, that was good. That helped us a little bit. Took a little bit of the old sting off, which is nice. So appreciate that. But it's still going to be hot. So I would say be careful out there when you're going around. There may be a little bit of weather left too, possibly a little bit of rain here and there on top of everything else. Today on the show, we got lots to get to. We're going to go international today.
Ooh.
Our pal Jason Munn's going to join us. Jason is live in the Bahamas. The worst assignment of the year. I bet when he got that Tiger Beat job, he's like, oh, geez, do I have to go to the Bahamas? Oh, great. Okay, I guess I got to go to the Bahamas and cover basketball. Oh, boy. So, yeah, he's in the Bahamas, but he's going to be in a gym. At least for a little while. Then he's probably going to go to the beach. And I don't blame him. So, yeah. How about old Munns getting it?
Man, I wonder if he still wishes that the AAF had made it.
We'll ask him.
Okay.
He was the AAF's true correspondent.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone associated with the AAF had been as good and as pure-hearted a man as Jason Munns, then or woman, then the organization would still be here and thriving.
Yes.
But unfortunately,
maybe they could have played their championship in the Bahamas, the one that never was.
I mean, they could have played anywhere because it never existed. So could have been anywhere. You're exactly right about that. So we're going to talk to Jason Munns about Tiger basketball. And it does not look as though Precious Achiuwa is going to make the trip.
Mm-hmm.
James Wiseman will miss today's opening game / scrimmage / whatever we're calling these things. We'll miss that with an ankle injury.
Was it ankle or shoulder? I thought it was shoulder.
I thought it was an ankle.
I don't know. It's something.
Whatever it is, it's very minor.
Yeah.
By all accounts, not a big deal. But here's the thing. I don't think, my understanding, you can't stream these, can you?
To my knowledge, there are no streaming TV or radio availability at all.
This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me.
The tweeting of reporters is the only proof we will have of basketball happening, is what I've been
told.
told.
This is wild because, you got the season that's going to be like the season.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about season. This is going to be the thing. Everyone is ready to go. Tiger basketball is hot right now. Hot as it is outside. And yet, we got nothing. You got, obviously, our guy Munns. I know Drew Hill's there with the Daily Memphian. I know that there's some photographers, some TV folks. I know I saw Mike Sadie over there. I'm sure there are others. But, okay, you're not showing me the whole game?
No.
If I want to see Lester Quinones do his thing, I can't.
No.
We talked about how Zion last year got started, the whole Zion, the cult of Zion thing, that got started when they went to Canada.
Were those games televised or were we just catching highlights?
Oh, no, they were no,
televised?
that's why they were televised. They were on ESPN 3, but Jay Billis was up there at some point. So I'm not saying they would have been on ESPN, the Tiger games, but they might have been. They're looking for programming, and I'm sorry, I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing, something about that, knowing the hype that's on this team.
Number 1 overall recruiting class this year. You would think that.
They don't have that much going on. It's gonna be it's go ahead and throw it out there.
Yeah, go get it. Go show the highlights or show the game that will lead to the inevitable highlights.
I would have thought so, but
who's that on? Is that on the conference or the?
I think it's on the
TV
university.
network?
I think it's on the university.
Okay.
I don't think the university wanted to spend the money to do it. Best I could tell. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know how much money we're talking about here, but I can't imagine that it's so much that it would be totally prohibitive. It seems as though from you're playing these games down the Bahamas, you got this team that everyone wants to see. To do the thing by your fans would be let's go get it. Let's go watch this. Let's go set up some kind of even if it's a fairly bare bones streaming situation, I'm not looking for like a big old gigantic production. Like let's throw all the commentators, let's do all the graphics. You have to do all that, but throw a couple cameras up there, little stream, one guy to direct it. We got how many cameras we got in this room? 1, 2, 3. We got 5 cameras in this room, like a similar production. Yeah, but throw some cameras in there. Austin's in there; he can switch if he wants to. That can't be so expensive that the Tigers couldn't do it. So I'm a little I'm disappointed, I guess, that we won't be able to watch. At least not right away. All of the stuff that's going on with the Tigers. Maybe somebody will sneaky upload it. Yeah. Bootleg style.
Yeah.
Somebody's bootlegging this game. Well, it's not even bootlegging because it's not even out there. So it's fine.
Last bootleg you had.
Last bootleg.
Oh, my fault. Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
I know exactly what the last bootleg thing I watched was.
What?
Mayweather McGregor.
You watched it?
I watched that bootleg.
See, I was part of a group that paid for it.
See, I didn't have a group, and I had to work right before the fight started, so I got home late, and I didn't have it. I was like, I'm not going to go over anybody's house, so I just kind of found it on certain sites, and there it was.
I should have paid top dollar for that. The agreement was, hey, we're going to do it at your house. We're going to split the cost of it. Everybody there is going to chip in. Every dude there. Ladies get in free. Whatever.
It's very nice.
Yes.
You're right about it. It's a shoulder for wise. I don't know why I thought it was an ankle, but
so get there, and it's 4 dudes. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm doing the math, so I owe you 25. It's like, nah, just go ahead and give me the full 50. I told them they could watch for free. What? You told them that, but I got to pay?
Come on. Have you ever been to any club? That's how this thing goes. Ladies,
Well, it was 4 dudes.
Oh.
And me. And the guys. So it would have been, wouldn't have even been 25. It would have been 15 or something like that.
But But
he was like, nah, I told them they could watch for free. What?
And you actually did pay for it.
Yes.
You're not charging for a bootleg copy.
No.
A bootleg broadcast.
No.
Because that would have been really good. If you could have bootlegged it and then charged them like, all right,
Yeah.
look, you can give me $10. That's fine.
That would have been exciting. That's what I need to do. I'm trying to think. It was Dime Thursdays in Tuskegee where ladies, if you had 10 of them together, all you had to pay was a dime because all the ladies were a dime back in the day. Meanwhile, me being a gentleman had to pay like $25 to get into the club. That's how they made it up.
That's how they made it up. I mean,
ridiculous.
Once you got in, you got a lot of work to do to make up that money.
Man.
The initial outlay is quite high. But then, hey.
But that's where all of the women were. All of them. You know why? Because they paid a penny a piece to get in. They knew we were going to follow.
Of course.
Oh, gosh. Extortion is what it was.
Thus it has always been. All right, so that being said, I wish we could see this. And as a veteran bootlegger, I'll try.
A vet in the game.
Maybe Munz will do like a Periscope or something.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like a Twitch.
Oh, can he Twitch it?
I don't know if there's any rules that would say he couldn't, honestly. I mean, I know it.
Probably a lot of them.
Yeah, there might be. I don't know.
Several.
Yeah.
University would probably immediately step in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the university, I think the biggest issue is it would cost him a lot of money to put the games on.
Well,
radio or TV.
I don't think it would. I mean, again, I don't know.
You can get
I can't imagine it costs that much to just throw some streams up. You have to put it on TV. I'm not saying you got to buy like.
Yeah, but then you got to have. What about the Wi-Fi? Could be a Wi-Fi issue there. Possibly. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
We don't have wireless Wi-Fi yet. We can't go wireless with the Wi-Fi. We can't. Everybody pull out their phones.
Well, that's exactly what Wi-Fi is wireless.
And set up like a hotspot. We can't do that from the phones.
Well, it'd be almost impossible to stream a game from a phone.
I mean,
to set up the hotspot, it wouldn't.
If I look here, it says I got pocketwifibahamas.com, My Island Wi-Fi. I mean, there's plenty of up here. There's 5 places to grab free Wi-Fi in Nassau, Bahamas. Free Wi-Fi hotspots all over the. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could make this work.
We could Wi-Fi this. Okay.
Now, what does Wi-Fi stand for?
Oh, I have no clue. I didn't know it's.
I always have to look it up, and then I forget after like 2 days. I know it's wireless, obviously, but I can never remember what the Fi stands for.
Okay. Well, let's let that sit there for.
Wireless film.
It is
wireless.
Let me just tell you this.
Finger monkey.
Wi-Fi has. What was that last one?
Finger monkey.
Finger monkey. Fingle monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Wide fire.
No, it's not.
Wipe film is what this is.
Wipe film. Okay.
I don't think there's actually an official definition for Wi-Fi, what it actually stands for.
Well, I mean, there is. It's just a term. Actually, it doesn't really stand for anything.
Winter fears.
People think it stands for wireless fidelity or something like that, but it doesn't. It's just a term.
Okay.
We just threw it out there. Sounds good. The full name, Wyatt.
That's W-Y.
Wyatt. Wyatt Feinbaum. That's what it's. We just call him Wi-Fi.
Okay.
William Feinbaum.
William Feinbaum.
There we go.
Yeah. Great nickname. So I'm all just based on a cursory and in no way investigated search for Wi-Fi in the Bahamas, I feel like that we probably could get some good Wi-Fi. We could talk, like I said, we'll talk to Jason Munz about this. Maybe he could explain if there's a if there's strong internet or weak internet or something like that in the Bahamas. I just don't know. But I'm gonna assume that this place is a pretty like big time. What this place is the Baha Mar like resort. It's pretty swank. So I'm assuming that they got
Wi-Fi.
some like internet over there.
Yeah,
they're not running dial up.
The cruise ship I was on had Wi-Fi. Like everywhere has Wi-Fi. It's just, do you want to pay for it?
Yeah, they stream. It's come on. It can't be that much money. It's for what you're trying to do. Yeah. Come on. Tigers they just signed this new TV deal for crying out loud.
Yeah,
come on. Anyway, I'm just bummed out we can't fully see it.
Mm-hmm.
But no Precious for the trip. Can't work that visa situation out. No Wiseman because of the shoulder thing. Although maybe later on down the line he'll jump back in there. We'll see. So a little bit of a bummer there. I told you I'm really sad about Achua because I wanted to see him.
You thought Achua was going to
I think this was going to be
break out.
Now I don't know. I got to revise my Achua thought here. I still think Achua is going to break out this year.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a strong feeling about Achua.
Mm-hmm. Bless you.
I feel good about Achua.
Okay.
I have no real reason like why I feel so strongly, but he's obviously going to be good, but I think he's going to be really good, like shockingly good.
Yes.
And I think, maybe better than Wiseman.
We'll see. Need that.
We'll see.
We need that.
We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to jump out there yet. This week would have been a nice testing ground for that, but now we can't. So unfortunately, not going to be able to do that. We'll talk to Munz about the Tigers coming up at 8:00. We'll talk a lot of college football. Got a great anecdote from Jerry Jones.
Yes,
Jerry's something special. We'll do that. Well, when you can get old Jerry to start talking, got to tell stories. Always fun. Just gonna try to get them Cowboys. got a little like
you sound like Orgeron with that.
There's a little Orgeron. There's a little just a hint of sort of gravelly voice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of little tweaks to the Jerry voice, but it's distinctive, man.
Yes.
When you hear it, that's old Jerry.
That's Jerry.
That's old Jerry right there, getting it. We're gonna hear from him. We're gonna tell you the latest about the Antonio Brown situation.
Yes.
As we start to get closer and closer to actual, real football. Your boy Jim Harbaugh back in the news for all the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
As long as he beats Notre Dame. Let's take this step by step.
Wait a minute, I thought it was beat Ohio State.
Well, he plays Notre Dame first.
That's true.
I'm just step by step this thing. Beat Notre Dame, beat Michigan State, beat Ohio State. Say whatever the hell you want.
So we'll talk about all of that and more as we continue here. You want to get in touch with us? You can. There's so many different ways you can message us. On Sports 56 WHBQ, we are at Sports 56 WHBQ on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. You can hit us up there. You can hit us up on the First Bank text line at 67129. Make sure you join the First Bank text team. If you have not done that already, it's very simple. Just text 56JOIN to 67129. Do that before you text. One time, you'll get a little confirmation message, and then you are good to go. And you can send us a text anytime that you want. Also, you can hit us up on the old phone lines at 360-8255, as some of you have already done. 360-8255 on the First Bank phone lines. Looking forward to that. As we are getting closer and closer, we got high school football coming up next weekend. Can you believe that?
No. I feel like it was just January.
Wild. But we got it. We got it, and we're gonna start that coverage in earnest next week. We'll tell you about what we're going to do there. Plus, it is Game Show Wednesday, so get your favorite game show themes. Go ahead and hit us up on those. I've got a few that I want to make sure that we get to as well. We can even go through your favorites and see which one is your favorite. You can vote on that. 67129. What's the absolute best game show theme of all time? Peter and CJ with you. Austin doing his thing, producing this program as we continue here, live and local from the Family Leisure Studios, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56WHBQ.com.
You know, summer's going to be over before you know it.
Thank God.
Come on, before you know it, the kids will be focused on school.
You don't know my kids.
Not from lack of trying. And you'll think I should have taken more time to take the family to
Central Barbecue.
Exactly. Or you'll think I should have gotten Central Barbecue takeout more often and spent the evening playing board games with the kids.
Wow, you really don't have kids.
Plus, even though Central Barbecue is perfect food for the fall, there's something about Central Barbecue that's really special during the summer. And there's a location on summer.
Honest, I have plenty of Central Barbecue.
You can never have too much Central Barbecue.
It's just hard to make sure I won't run into you.
Yeah, what's that?
Hi, friends. Bill Russell at Russell Brothers Jewelers. One of the things that we are proudest of at Russell Brothers is the service we offer above and beyond just selling beautiful jewelry. We know that fine jewelry and superbly made timepieces require expert craftsmanship to keep them in the best condition possible. We know that a simple thing like a watch battery becomes a very urgent need when your watch stops running. And that $7 battery becomes just as important as a wonderful gift of jewelry for a loved one. Taking care of our customers' jewelry and watch repair needs is a priority for us at Russell Brothers, and we pride ourselves on the quality of the work we do. For almost 35 years, our valued customers have trusted us to design, to make, to appraise, and to maintain their treasured jewelry and keep it in mint condition. At Russell Brothers, selling fine jewelry is just the very beginning of what we do. Come see us and let us be your full-service jeweler. Russell Brothers Jewelers, 4646 Poplar at Perkins.
Sandbar port side.
What?
Sandbar on port side.
What side?
Port side. The left.
Where?
Port side. The left. Port means left.
Got it. Left.
There's a reason they say curse like a sailor.
Just say left.
Many reasons. Progressive's boat insurance has you covered. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, folks. Good news from Sunrise Chevy in Collierville. Sunrise took additional inventory for the spring market. Now, Sunrise must sell 500 new and used cars and trucks to make room for new Chevys on the way. Huge discounts and 0% financing, or GM will provide up to $5,000 cash now. Shop and compare hundreds of new Chevys, Buicks, and GMCs all under one roof. And don't forget, a $5 million used car inventory. If your car needs body work, bring it to Sunrise. We work on all makes and models. If your Chevy needs service, bring it to Sunrise no matter where you bought it. Find new roads at the Sunrise Chevy Range, 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
Are you tired of all the clouds and bad weather? Rain brings pollutants that can wreak havoc on your car's finish, but there is someone who can help. Car Wash USA Express has introduced their most advanced car wash yet with the exclusive Polymer Pro Wash, creating a stronger, more consistent protective sealant for your car's finish. Polymer Pro can only be found at Car Wash USA Express, where attendants are always on duty to keep you and your vehicle safe. For more information and locations, visit carwashusaexpress.com. Car Wash USA Express, because a dirty car is a dirty shame.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Yeah. You know what this is? This part right here is awesome.
No, I do not. What is it?
Tic-tac-toe!
Oh.
It's by, and hosted by a guy that was on these airwaves long time ago, and a Memphian for a while, now lives out in Southern California. Wink Martindale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it brings it all together.
Yes.
Had the dragon, really... I encourage you to go watch Tic-Tac-Toe on YouTube, the worst graphics in the history of it literally was. The Tic-Tac-Toe were like four, 20-inch TVs that were sort of taped together. And the dragon, when you tried to avoid the dragon.
Okay.
In the bonus round, the dragon looked like a child made it on a like painted it.
I don't know why I've never seen this show
because it's not that great, honestly.
Okay.
But I love the theme song, and it's but it's very much early 80s.
Okay.
In all of whatever that means. So please text those in your favorite game show themes at 67129. Now, so. We talked about the contract situation that we've the Cowboys have been dealing with here, and it's been quite a summer so far.
Yes,
I mean, between trying to deal with Ezekiel Elliott, now Dak Prescott. I mean, you got to find the right situation, and the Cowboys are trying to figure out, like, and yeah, Amari Cooper wants more money. No one's really talking about Amari wanting more money, but Amari's, he's doing. They gave up a bunch to go get him, and he did really well for them, and he wants more money. So Jerry says he's going to be a little more. He thinks he's going to be a little more patient when it comes to the salary cap. A little more. He's not gonna go wrong. He has a quote here. Says it's not like me going out here and buying something that I have to decide whether I just want to spend to have it. That's not it at all. It's that I got to realize I can let a DeMarcus Ware out of here because I don't have enough money, because I paid too many others. That's happened to me. I don't want it to happen again. And we've got some top talent here. So he says he would feel comfortable continuing negotiations with the players into the regular season. And he said he's not been told by the agents or anything that they would stop talking once the regular season started. So, can he go into the regular season? Maybe so. We'll see. I'm not sure that Jerry will let that happen. But Jerry, talking about this market value and what you can do if you overpay players, had a very unique analogy here that I think you'll learn a lot from.
Okay.
The definition, if you will, we'll have some fun with you guys, of a liberal arts education is that picture if you were a driver of a car and you had a wreck and your hand was almost severed off, but you didn't understand your anatomy. You look down, you're spurting blood, you open the door and run to the woods and either die bleeding to death or shock. The educated man looks down, knows his anatomy, squeezes and knows his best chance is to wait for help. That's because he's been there a lot and done that. And so I'm waiting, I'm squeezing and waiting for help.
Let that just sort of sink in for a second. So, guy gets his hand blown off, spurting blood.
What the bleep is Jerry talking about?
Now the dummy runs right into the forest, and he dies. But the educated man, who apparently has repeatedly blown his hand off because he says he's done this before, the educated man squeezes the hand or the stump, presumably, where the hand used to be because it's been blown off. Do we go get the hand? I don't know. I mean, we didn't address that. But that so, and he's sitting here. He said he's bleeding out right now, but he's squeezing and he's trying to get help.
Okay, where's help going to come from?
So in this analogy, did the Cowboys blow their own hand off by?
I mean, Cowboys have done some silly things.
They have. I mean,
they have oftentimes.
Or did somebody blow their hand off?
It was a car crash that lost.
Oh, the car crash.
It was a car crash. So
lost a hand in a car crash.
Yeah.
Interesting. Again,
is DeMarcus Ware the hand?
Who's the car?
The franchise is the car.
Franchise is the car.
The franchise is the car.
The crash in the car, and we lost.
And the players are different body parts. So it's like Tony Romo, the spleen.
No, he would be like the head. I mean, at the time we're talking about here.
Okay.
Like, your Troy Aikmans, your Emmitt Smiths, it would have been your heart.
Well, he mentioned
lungs and all these sorts of things.
He mentioned by name losing DeMarcus Ware, like that hurt him emotionally
because they couldn't even make him a contract offer.
Yeah,
he was their sack leader. Tough. I'm not. But so you go into the woods. You have a car crash.
I guess the woods is the NFL season.
You lose a hand. Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably the off season. The tough off season out there. You lose the hand, you're spurting blood, you squeeze. The educated man squeezes the hand. Was that Confucius? Was that a Confucius story?
Socrates, I think.
Socrates. Yeah, Plato. That's a strong.
It got some Greek elements
certainly,
in it.
Certainly.
That tragedy aspect.
I'll say it reminded me actually of a statement that a comparison that Emmitt Smith made one time, long time ago, about when he first started with the team and how he was really good, but the rest of the team wasn't very good. And it's a beautiful analogy.
We had some diamonds, but we had a lot of cow poo-poo around it. And the diamonds was mixed in with the poo-poo. It just all looked like poo-poo.
See, I think that one is a little more, you can get into that analogy a little more. You can understand. Let me hear it one more time. Listen to that wisdom from Emmitt. It's beautiful. When a grown man says poo-poo, it's always exciting.
We had some diamonds, but we had a lot of cow poo-poo around it. And the diamonds was mixed in with the poo-poo. It just all looked like poo-poo.
Just all look like poo-poo.
That's deep, man.
I haven't said poo-poo in so long. So many years it's been.
He says it 3 times in like 10 seconds.
I might have been 6 the last time I said poo-poo.
But first it was cow poo-poo, then it was just poo-poo.
The diamonds mixed in with the cow poo-poo.
With the cow poo-poo.
And the diamonds are there, but then it just a bunch of cow poo-poo, but then it all looks like poo-poo.
That's the engagement ring I should have brought my wife.
And then you
the
diamond cow poo-poo.
surrounded by the cow
Have that
poo-poo.
engraved on the inside. This all looks like cow poo-poo.
You're out in the.
There's a diamond in there.
You're out in the field and you're going through cow poo-poo to try to get a diamond, and Jerry Jones comes running by spurting blood from the stump. Ah! What kind of farm are we running here?
This is a terrible farm. Awful. No wonder this farm hasn't been to the Super Bowl in how long?
Oh, geez.
2 decades?
95? Is that right?
Have to name that farm the Cowboys, a visual representation.
Good. You got some diamonds, and you got some poo-poo.
Cow poo-poo.
And the diamonds get mixed in with the poo-poo, and it's all poo-poo.
And then you got an owner who's bleeding out. So he's got one hand.
The educated man will squeeze on that stump to make sure that the blood doesn't come out. But the dum-dum will run around spurting blood everywhere. I ain't going to be no dum-dum. I'm standing over here squeezing my stump.
I noticed how Jerry didn't say you would call 911 with the good hand. That's a key.
See, I'm going to tell y'all a story. I'm going to tell y'all a story about this. Emmitt Smith was like my hand. And we blew the hand off in the negotiations earlier on. And I had a stump, and I was bleeding out everywhere. And I said, I got to squeeze that stump, buddy. And I squeezed that stump and squeezed it. Finally got that blood. And I got me a fake hand, which is, I guess, Emmitt Smith renegotiating the deal. And then maybe a hook. That might be better.
This Jerry Jones impersonation is too good.
Maybe I'm a hook. I gotta get a hook out here. We're gonna pay these guys. I'll tell you that. We're gonna pay these guys. Maybe not exactly as much as they want. Ain't gonna be no dummy.
What the hell is Jerry Jones talking about? Good grief.
Sounded like that was moving into a fishing analogy with the hook.
It was.
Educated man put a bait on that hook.
The educated man likes to bait the hook. The dummy just throws a hook in the water and waits for the fish. That's stupid. I'm not a dummy.
This is going to be a fun season for Cowboys fans. Oh, Jerry is already in mid-season form.
I never even tried to do a Jerry impression.
We got to find out. We got to get Eli's thoughts on this when he gets there for sure.
We should call Eli and let Peter talk to him like Jerry.
Hey there, Eli. Ready to talk? How about them Cowboys? All right, let's bring on my man Tony. Tony.
Man,
hey there,
you know
Tony.
what?
How you doing?
They should put. Oh man, I'm doing great, man. I just gotta say one thing. Come on, move to Texas, and where everything said is just stupid. It's just big. It's as big as it can be. You step in that poo-poo and man, what they smoking in Texas?
I have no idea. I don't know what's going on.
I'm a Cowboy fan, man, but you know what? I think Jerry just told everybody he wasn't educated.
What are you talking about, Tony?
Oh man,
I'm sharing some genius with everybody.
Take the hand. Take the good hand and squeeze it. Don't run it.
Yeah, take your one hand. You got one hand left.
First of all, the liberal arts guy probably wouldn't have a gun because he could leave it gun control.
He's probably not out driving in the woods recklessly. Number one, first and foremost.
Oh, man. I know, right? But, man, I tell you, at the end of the day, man, one thing I learned about the NFL this week is everybody's crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
That end the show right there. That's the greatest thing we've heard on the show.
Yeah, that's the takeaway right there.
I mean, man, you got some prima donnas and you got some, guys around here.
You got some diamonds and you got some poo-poo, Tony.
Guys looking for helmets on eBay, all this whole kind of crazy crap. I mean, man, but first of all, you got a guy, and let me say this about Dak Prescott. I love Dak. I think he's better than Tony Romo. His record shows that. But he's not worth $40 million. And then the other thing is you got a guy like Zeke that knows he's the best player on the team, and this guy's going to be making twice as much as me or more, and I got to sit there and take it. So, it's all crazy, and it's all about what you think. I mean, I can understand the shelf life of a running back, but if Dak Prescott is smart and you want to be something in the future and wear one of those gold jackets, you need to make sure you take care of the people around. It's not about the money now, because you can make money in endorsements. You should want to win championships. I think that says something about players when they hunt for money like they do and don't want to be remembered for greatness. But I understand you want to get paid to take care of your family. But I will say this. I can understand why these guys wouldn't come to work when they got an owner talking like that. That's just crazy, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's Jerry. He's been that way for a while. He comes up with weird old sayings and just
right.
But Jerry, you play for him because generally speaking he pays. At the end of the day he pays.
And he would stand by you.
And he stands by you.
Somebody need to tell him and his son to stop staying at a Holiday Inn Express, because neither one of them are GM.
Well, I think Steven's a little brighter than old Pops, but it would do them well to have an actual GM and someone who's actually in control. But we saw how that worked a long time ago. Jerry does not like to give up control to anybody for any reason. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it.
Hey, man.
Thanks,
and University of Memphis quit being cheap. Take care.
I mean, I have no other explanation. Just in the shout out. So
I'm hot. Y'all got me like sweating in here.
Well, the question is going to be, who actually gets paid and when. Are these things done? I'll ask you. Is it done before the season?
One of them will be.
One of them.
One of them
but
will
not
be.
Both.
Not both.
Which one?
Dak will finish. Dak will get his deal in the season. Zeke will be ready to go around that week.
Is Dak going to play?
Season. Is Dak going to play
without the contract? I mean,
yeah,
he's
Dak
without a new contract.
Dak will play. Dak will play. Okay. They'll say, hey, listen, we want to pay you. We're going to try and figure out how to pay you. We're going to get this thing worked out. About week 5 or 6, it'll get worked out.
Austin, what say you? Well, I can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
No, I hadn't said anything yet.
Okay.
Before the season, what are we like? How many weeks do we have left in the offseason before they start playing actual games?
We still got 3 preseason.
We're not in the offseason. We're this is the preseason.
I should say before the end of the preseason. How many more? They
about
got 3 preseason.
About 3 weeks.
I don't think they have a deal done before the season. I think Dak will. I'm with CJ. I think Dak's going to work something out in the regular season. Zeke, I feel like he'll hold out a little bit longer, but I think Zeke gets something worked out before the end of the season. I think it's after Dak, but it won't be. It'll be before the end of the season.
I feel like I'm with you on that. I feel like it'll be Dak first because the quarterback I think takes priority. As difficult as that negotiation is, I don't. It sounds the fact that some people are saying he wanted 40. I don't think he wants 40. Like 35 would probably, and I think that they'll find a way to get it done close to what Russell Wilson's making, or some the deal that Wentz had. It'll be something similar to that. Yeah, they'll get that done. I think Zeke that one may be a little trickier. That one may be a little bit trickier. We'll see. Let's take a break. We'll come back and continue here on the program. Reminder coming up in about 15 minutes. We're going to talk to Jason Muntz from the Bahamas. He is the Tiger beat writer for the Commercial Appeal, and he is in paradise just like the Tigers are. So we'll talk about that, what to expect from that matchup coming up. We'll talk more about as Tony alluded to, the craziness of what this preseason is already, just wild. It's nuts. We've got stories about two things that you love and hate, CJ. One thing that you love.
Ooh.
Another thing you kind of love, and one thing you absolutely hate.
All right.
So one of them
that's a teaser.
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I don't hate a lot.
That's mostly true. Let's take a break. We'll come back. You think about it over the break, and we'll continue here on The Experience. Right here, you can message us at Sports56 WHBQ on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter on Sports56 96.1 and 87.7.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Hi, folks. Rob Walker, Infiniti of Memphis, and we've got a new Infiniti crossover vehicle that has raised the standard of comparison to a new level. Imagine having both sports car performance and eco-friendly efficiency on demand, working together to empower every driving experience. The result of 20 years of engineering, QX50's award-winning variable compression turbo engine is the world's only engine of its kind. Like two engines in one, it delivers a combination of power and efficiency that is truly in a category all its own, and only Infiniti has it. You'll never sacrifice performance for the sake of efficiency again. And QX50 MSRP starts at only $36,550, which is less than its Acura, Audi, and Mercedes competitors. Add to that QX50's award-winning sumptuous interior, and you have the best combination of performance and comfort in the mid-size crossover segment.
MSRP excludes destination charge, tax, title, license, and options. Infinity of Memphis or online at infinityofmemphis.com.
A bad mystery.
Are these my crackers? Oh, or the dog.
A good mystery.
JCPenney's mystery sale.
Yes.
For 72 hours, reveal your best deal at the mystery sale at JCPenney. Come in early this Friday to Sunday for your chance to claim a Peel and Reveal coupon for an extra 30, 40, or even 50% off select items across the store. Hurry, coupons are limited. JCPenney. Offers valid 8/16 to 8/18. Giveaway in-store only. Was applied last. Must be 18 or older. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
If you miss the good old days of great Italian food, rejoice, because Chef Judd Grizzani is carrying on the 110-year-old family tradition. A new Ronnie Grizzani's is now open in the Regalia Center at Poplar and Ridgeway, with lunch 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday, plus a Saturday brunch also from 11 to 2. Live music Wednesday and Thursday nights, an oyster bar with fresh oysters and crab, and an extensive Italian and American wine by the glass list. Don't reminisce about the good old days. Relive them at Ronnie Grizzani's in the Regalia Center at Poplar and Ridgeway.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume, like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
You have it.
Guts. Did you so tell everybody about this particular this is one of your
This is
selections?
Global Guts. This is the Global Guts theme song.
Or just regular Guts. They had regular Guts.
They had
before.
regular Guts before, and then went global and grabbed a bunch of kids from all over the world.
Well, I don't think they grabbed them. I think they asked their parents.
They asked them, and then they came through. And
that would be different sort of game.
It is how would I describe Global Guts? What's the American Gladiators minus the Gladiators? It
was kids American Gladiators.
Yeah, pretty much.
Without nearly the hardcore.
Right.
Like it wasn't as quite as difficult, but there was physical.
You're competing against one another. And then at the end of the show, you had to climb the aggro crag. And the crag, they would just throw a bunch of boulders at you on your way up. But you had to not only climb it, you had to hit all of the light fixtures to light them up, to light the crag up so it would be lit up at the end of the show. And then whoever got to the top of the aggro crag won a piece of the crag and won Global Guts.
You got a piece of the crag.
You got a piece of the crag. I want a piece of the crab.
Mike O'Malley.
Yes. I forgot it was Mike.
Mike O'Malley was the host of Global Guts. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm getting her name right. I had a little thing for Moira Quirk, I think was her name, the judge. She had that accent.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. If I'm getting that right, she was. She had kind of a there was a little I don't know, something about her that
text in 67129. You can too on the First Bank text line, man.
Oh, there! Hey, look at that!
Remember Mo Quirk?
Yeah,
the hottest referee.
Yeah,
Guts was the expletive. It was the truth.
Me and this texter are right on the same wavelength. I'm telling you, man, Moira. It's something as a I was probably like 13, 14 at that point. 12 maybe a little younger than that. Something about that, her and that accent, and the referee. I don't know. all these feelings all of a sudden. You're like, whoa, what's going on here? Oh my, oh my goodness gracious. So anyway, shout out.
They should bring that back.
They
shouldn't. They don't. No, they shouldn't.
Why? Yeah.
Never mind. No.
Yeah. Aren't you the one who's always talking about like nostalgia and
pretty close. Like. Not pretty close. I'm pretty sure my New Year's resolution is going to be no more nostalgia trips for me. I'm just out. I watched the Rocco Modern Life special on Netflix. I watched it. Still hits. Rocco is still Rocco. And I was just thinking about it, watching it, like, well, hell, when am I going to get another Rocco? I can't get another Rocco if I'm constantly watching reruns of Rocco. So now I have decided that no more Rocco reruns, no more Friends reruns, no more Office reruns, no more Parks and Rec, no more 30 Rock, no more Burning Mac Show, no more My Wife and Kids, none of that. I'm only watching things that have come out in the past like 2 or 3 years.
She was nominated for a Cable Ace Award on the for Global Guts.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Is that a big deal?
I don't know.
What is she doing now? Do you know?
She's she's doing some she's doing a little bit of stand-up comedy.
What?
Yeah, and she's apparently doing quite well for herself. She's doing some audiobooks for like Audible and stuff.
Okay.
That voice.
That voice.
I told you the voice was good. So
yeah.
there you go. Anyway, shout out to Mo, and shout out to the texter for bringing that up as well. This is going to surprise you because we're talking a little NFL for this hour. Andrew Luck's hurt.
I don't believe it.
Stop me if you've heard this before. He just blew his hand off. That's what happened.
He didn't hold it down. He ran into the woods.
He was in practice one day and had a car wreck and his hand just goes flying right off. And he was educated, man, so he squeezed it. So we think we can save it. He's got a high ankle sprain.
Oh.
Now, calf strain. He went. It was a calf strain. So the calf is, as you know, somewhere between the knee and the ankle. Initially, it was the calf strain in March. Now that pain has migrated south slightly to having pain in what they call the, quote, high anklish area of his left leg.
Okay.
And
an educated man would know the anatomy and know exactly where it was.
Educated man would know the anatomy. Is it the anklish, that anklish area? You know what I mean? The anklish part. Colts GM Chris Ballard said, "From the start, we've been dealing with the calf injury." every GM is going to be like Jerry Jones now.
That's just generic football GM.
That's
okay.
In March, through camp, dealing with a calf and then a little area below his calf, which Andrew kind of referred to as a lower leg, where he was dealing with some pain, almost in the ankle area. What? Where? The educated man would know exactly where the pain is.
They know where the pain is. They're just football teams. Are just
I don't think they do.
Weird about
listen to this quote. Okay, I'm
gonna
listen to this quote in full, and you explain. Tell me what this means. From the start, we've been dealing with a calf injury. This is from Chris Ballard, the GM. In March, through camp, dealing with a calf, and then a little area below his calf, which Andrew kind of referred to as a lower leg, where he was dealing with some pain almost in the ankle area. The injury wasn't getting better and hadn't been practicing, so in the course of dealing with the calf injury, it appears that now we have an ankle issue. Now, that does not sound like anybody who has a clue about what's happening with this guy. This guy's leg may be amputated, basically.
But
he's not playing in preseason. He's got pain. He can't even practice. We don't even know where this thing is. Again, they just don't even. He had a calf and now he's got an ankle or something, but they don't know for sure. And it's a pain. What? Ballard said he believes Luck can play at less than 100% if necessary this season. The quote is, "If he can function, yes." Well, no kidding. If his pain is under control and he can protect himself and play good, yes.
Oh, okay.
Play good.
Just play good.
If he play good.
If he can play good, he can play.
If his pain is under control and he can protect himself and play good, then yeah, he can play. If he can play good, he gonna play. If he gonna play bad, he ain't gonna play. This is how it's gonna work. He got a lot of pain, he ain't gonna play. If you play good, then we're gonna keep playing. And if you play bad, he's not gonna play. Deal?
Makes sense.
We think we found it, he said of the injury. Is there a 100% guarantee? No, but we think we found it.
Is there a treasure map? Is this national treasure?
This is Nicolas Cage is scouring the back of the Constitution.
I'm trying to find the injury.
I think I found where the injury is. I think it's just below the calf, but above the ankle in the anklish, calfish region.
We call that the cankle, Nick.
The cankle.
The cankle.
Yes. He's got cankles. Lord.
Andrew needs to take control of the injury within him.
I mean, we can't even figure out whether it's the calf or the ankle. We don't exactly know where it is. He's not going to play in the preseason.
But they hire the Warriors doctors or something? What's going on here?
This is like, I mean, this is mysterious, man. I have no idea. The dude has just been, I mean, obviously bad luck, to say the least. After when he went to the AFC Championship game in 2014, then got hurt week 3 at 2015, and from that point on, so 2015, the rest of that season, 2016, 17, 18, he's missed 26 games, missed the entire 2017 season. He had shoulder, kidney, and rib problems. He did well last year. He was comeback player of the year, but you're just on pins and needles. Just constantly, one of those guys who just constantly has something going on. Makes you a little nervous. And this would make me very nervous if I were a Colts fan, because this doesn't sound good at all. They have no idea what's going on.
No.
They say they do. I don't think they do. Let's take a break. We'll come back. I know what's going on. Jason Munns.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. We'll talk Tigers with the Munns man. Money Munns?
Money Munns.
Money Munns. That's next. Mr. AAF. He's gone from the AAF to the AAC.
Ah, he likes those A's.
That's right. He's more of an A guy?
Yes.
Okay. I like a nice A. We'll take a break. We'll come back and continue here on the program.
D's for me. D's for me.
Double?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's take a break. We'll come back. That's more to get to. Sports 56 961 87.7.
I wish we could stay here forever. We deliver olives, Greek sandals, and everything you need to relive that perfect trip to the Mediterranean. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Memories. What we deliver by delivering.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume, like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. That's why Vistaprint is offering 500 truly personalized business cards starting at $9.99. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company, or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. Get 500 business cards starting at $9.99 with promo code 9696. That's promo code 9696 at Vistaprint.com. Vistaprint. Own the now.
If you're an outdoorsman and love all things hunting and fishing, be sure to listen to Sports 56 Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. for Outdoors Today. Brought to you by The Gun Store, 6920 Winchester in Memphis. Outdoors Today is a 1-hour show hosted by veteran Mark Tobin and a group of respected outdoor-loving guests. Outdoors Today is dedicated to bringing outdoorsmen tips and techniques and tactics to help with your hunting and fishing in all seasons. Saturday mornings at 6 on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 87.7 and 96.1 FM.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
That's perfect.
My computer is frozen. Apologies. That's what I was trying to tell you.
It's great.
Sorry for the abrupt intro there, but my computer has totally gone bonkers.
Envision your favorite game show theme.
Whatever your favorite one is. What is yours?
Well, I really do like tic-tac-toe, but we haven't heard mine yet. I'm hoping we will if we can square that computer away.
Wink apparently was from Jackson, Tennessee.
Wink Martindale. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about that?
Thank you, Texter, for texting that in.
And your folks in Jackson, Tennessee. You always want to give them a
shout out to Jackson.
Hello, Jackson. Welcome in. We got a lot of folks in Jackson listening. We got a lot of folks in the Boot Heel, eastern Arkansas, North Mississippi, West Tennessee, northwestern Alabama in the house. A lot of people out there listening. We appreciate that. Thank you for joining us, and of course, all over the internet, on the old web and whatnot. We get you taken care of here as you listen to the experience. Peter and CJ with you on the app. We're available on the app. We got it all covered for you here on a very busy Wednesday on the program. It is Game Show Wednesday. Normally we'd be talking a little golf with our friend Greg Hines. We'll do that tomorrow at this time because Greg's got.
We are definitely going to talk some golf.
There's
definitely
your boy Ansare. You will.
Yeah.
It's time to shine. It's hot. It's going to be a little bit sticky and nasty today. Not quite like it was yesterday, but definitely not going to be all that much fun outside, and you will wish that you are where Jason Munz is right now. He is in the Bahamas. He is shirtless, Mai Tai in hand, kicking back, flops on, hat on, maybe wearing some old maybe some Memphis Express shorts that he may have had laying around from the previous gig, the visor, something along that. And he is in paradise because he has upgraded from the AAF to the AAC, covering the Tigers now for the Commercial Appeal. Jason Munz, good morning, and it is a very good morning, I'm sure, for you.
Well, I'm checking. I'm having to look around the room to make sure there's no surveillance cameras. You pegged it pretty well close. That's amazing.
Well, God bless you. You know,
you missed your calling.
We're all living vicariously through you, my friend. Today we're just
everything's great, guys. I'm just the highlight of my week so far right now.
Oh,
right now.
Look at this guy.
Too kind.
He's an educated man. Jason Munz joining us on the program. And Jace, first of all, we've not talked to you since you officially became the beat writer covering the Tigers. So congratulations. A very well-deserved gig for you. The Commercial Appeal made a very the right call, what I think, frankly, was the only call for them to make. But I'm glad they did because you have deserved it. You've done a lot of awesome work, and now your reward is to be in the Bahamas. And you are one of the few people on planet Earth that are going to be able to watch these games starting today because we got no streaming, we got no video, we got nothing. That surprises me, Jason, that we don't have any outside communication for this full game. Why not?
It is a little surprising. The short answer is nobody's willing to really say why. I've asked around, and I know there are others who have sort of I guess floated their theories as to why. But I don't necessarily want to do that, and I just feel like it is a bit odd. This is a very highly anticipated situation going on here, and yeah, you're right. It's not easy for most people to get here on their own, to see it with their own two eyes, and even if they wanted to, man, that ballroom, as Penny described it yesterday, the little arena, it might seat 200 people, and they're just your typical hotel resort ballroom chairs. I mean, there's nothing fancy about it. It's just these chairs with four legs, and that's it. So yeah, no, it's surprising to say the least that there's not at least some sort of streaming situation or whatever. But I guess it is what it is. We're going to do our best. It puts a lot of pressure on me. I'll say that.
So does that mean that you're going to try and live stream this for us so we get to see it?
I will. This is breaking news. I am going to try to do some in spots. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do it. How long I'll be able to do it. Certainly not the duration of the game.
I love this.
But yeah, we're gonna try to see if this Wi-Fi signal down here holds up.
Has it been good so far?
It has been good. It has been good.
See?
It has been good so far.
There we go.
Yeah, pretty reliable.
I think this is great. So everybody, I will encourage you to follow at Munzly. That's MUNZLY. If you were not already, I don't know why you wouldn't be already, but for some reason you have not already followed him on Twitter and on your social platform of choice, please do so, because he's going to try to do it. He's going to try to sneak in some videos, some live videos even of what's happening. So that's pretty awesome. And of course, full coverage on commercialappeal.com and in your Commercial Appeal that you pick up out of your driveway. So there you go. It's going to be terrific. What have you seen so far in the 48 hours or so that you've been down there? You've seen some practices, you've seen some events, that kind of thing. What have you picked up thus far about this hyped Tiger team?
Well, I was going to say palm trees at first, and then you guys about the Tiger team.
Fair enough. Understandably distracted a little bit.
Yeah. No, I see water and palm trees. That was the first thing I saw, and some sun. But No. I mean, we do know that James Wiseman will not play today. Anyway, Penny talked yesterday just about how they're being very cautious. There's no sense of urgency with they don't feel like they don't need to play him, at least not today. So he's dealing with a minor, what Penny said was a minor shoulder situation, and yeah, they don't want to risk him either further or potentially something worse, injuring something else. So they're going to be cautious with him, and he did not say that he won't play at all this week, but he will not play today. And then the other thing is there have been some rumblings that Precious Achiuwa, who originally didn't make the trip with the team, and because of visa issues, he's from Nigeria, and so his visa was good for the United States, but not necessarily good for the Bahamas. So they thought they would be able to get that resolved, and they worked to try to get that resolved. But then he said yesterday afternoon that they weren't able to get it resolved, so he won't be here at all this week. And then Malcolm Dandridge is out. We know that he won't be playing. He's been recovering from knee surgery. So it's going to be, what we see this week isn't necessarily what we're going to see opening day. And so what that does for me, I mean, I'm interested to see how they roll things out and then how they switch things up throughout the course of the game. Of course, down low you've got Isaiah Maurice, Lance Thomas. You could even put DJ Jeffries, stretch him out and get him some time down there. But the really interesting thing is the guards. Tyler Harris and Alex Lomax, I think, are going to. If I had to put money on it, I would say they start today. But I do think you're going to see a lot of Boogie Ellis, Lester Quinones, Damian Ball, and that's really going to be exciting just to see, these freshmen. I mean, everybody's talked about James Wiseman and Precious Achiuwa for so long. I think not having them is going to allow these other freshmen to really step up and take center stage.
The thing that has everybody really excited going into this coming season for the Tigers basketball program is that number one overall recruiting class. So with all the hype surrounding that class, it seems like we've forgotten the players that were here last year. We've forgotten about the Tyler Harrises of the team. How have the players who have been here and who are the veterans on this team, how have they handled all the excitement and the hoopla that has come with the underclassmen, that recruiting class coming in here being ranked number one and all?
In my opinion, exceptionally well. The way the Alos and the Tyler Harrises and the Isaiah Maurice and some of these other ones, Ryan Boyce and Jaden Hardaway, two guys who redshirted last year, and they're back. I mean, listen, it has been all freshman class, all number one recruiting class, pretty much all the time, and that's everything they see on social media and in traditional media, and when they're with us, the few availabilities that we've gotten with them over the off season, we're asking them about the freshman class, and to their credit, they have, every time I've seen them, they have handled it. I mean, they could very easily get upset, jealous, angry, whatever, and just fold, but they haven't. They have been very, very. They've handled it very, very well, and I don't think they get enough credit for how well they've handled this entire offseason. So,
from a stylistic point of view, without Precious and Wiseman and Dandridge, that could be a long termer there. Does that change the way that Penny and the coaching staff approach these games? Without some bigs or some guys that would have some serious size to go along with it. You still got guys that could do that, but you as you mentioned, there are a lot of guards that could probably be worked in. I don't know about the opponents. I don't know how terrific they are, how much size they've got. But do you think stylistically we see a few things that might be unique here because of the nature of the personnel?
I'm sure that's going to be the case, just because how could you not? I mean, you're going to be missing 1 7-footer and 1 6'10", super athletic wing. So I do think you're going to have to, and those are going to be very big parts, key components to the team when they actually are playing, whenever that happens. And so I don't think you can help but have to sort of alter some things. The 24-second shot clock, they play in FIBA rules, so there's a 24-second shot clock. So maybe they were always going to push the pace, regardless of whether Wiseman or Chua would be playing. Maybe they were going to really have to pick things up and go, just run and gun style, regardless of if those two were here, or were playing. But I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, Penny said yesterday, we want to score 100 points. We want to push the pace. He said, not at the expense of the defense, but he most definitely alluded to the fact they are going to stress offense in this first game, at the very least, this first game. So we'll see how that goes, and then go from there.
What have they been doing outside of basketball? This is, as much as it is a basketball trip, this is also a team bonding type of experience, and we see teams from across the sports landscape in college sports take these international trips and just kind of relax and build some sort of camaraderie, some sort of brother or sisterhood with one another. What have the Tigers been up to off the court?
Well, a lot of that. They got here Monday, and within just a few hours, they were taking a tour of the island, of the entire island. Lance Thomas said that they visited the poor sections of the area, the middle-class sections, the upper-class areas of the island, and I think they even visited a zoo that's out here, and so that was day one. I don't know exactly how long that took, but it did seem, based on the way Lance was talking, that it was a pretty extensive tour. And so that was Monday. And then Tuesday morning, they went and worked out on the beach, and then came back a little later, a couple hours later, and that was where we were allowed to be out there to sort of watch them and document their aquatic adventure. They spent some time on paddleboards and kayaks and swimming. They were just right on the beach there in the shallow water, and so they did that for maybe an hour or so, and then it started raining. So unfortunately they had to. Yeah.
Come on.
It's definitely, we're within an hour's flight of Florida, and so it's a chance of rain every day. And so it rained. It rained for about an hour, but it cut their swim time short. But I'm going to say, I'm not sure they minded, because every single one of them, to a man, as they came out of the water, were dog tired. I mean, they were talking about how that paddleboarding, that kayaking was some of the most intense arm workouts they've ever had. And so I'm not so sure they were, bumming too hard that they had to pack it in.
That's did you get out there at all?
I was Peter, man.
That's the more important. That's the more important question. I mean, James Wiseman, paddleboard, yeah, whatever. I want to know, is Jason Munn's out there with like a GoPro following him around? Like, let's get after it.
Well, I was going to ask, define out there. Did you mean like shoes off in the water?
Yeah, I mean, you're in the Bahamas, for God's sake. You got to get your groove back. You got to get in that beautiful Atlantic Ocean.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's interesting. Our photographer, a commercial appeal photographer, Joe Rondoni, is also down here with me, and he is way more of a beach goer than I am.
Oh,
and I looked at him, and I said, I mean, this is a true story. I said, Joe, we have to get in a kayak. We absolutely have to get in a kayak and go out there.
Absolutely.
so you can get some better visuals and stuff. And he was just he wasn't into it, and it threw me for a loop. Maybe he was worried that he might drop his equipment in the Caribbean Sea. But we didn't get out there, unfortunately.
I've flipped the kayak a few times. I've flipped the kayak a few times. That's so I wouldn't necessarily take high powered camera equipment out there from my own personal standpoint. But that said, I just want you out there, swimming. Maybe get the floaty out there. Maybe get a big raft. Maybe get a jet ski. I don't know, something like that. You're down in the Bahamas. I know. The CA, you're doing good work, but you got to play a little bit. Come on.
Yeah.
I know, but guys, like Joe went out later to the beach yesterday, and he was telling me that he was kind of wading around, and there was a group of people who were like jumping on rays, and there were multiple rays in the shallows, and I just
You're talking rays?
Stingrays?
Like stingrays?
Yes.
Manta rays?
The ones that murdered Steve Irwin?
Murder.
Yes,
Come
correct.
on. They didn't murder Steve. That sounds like there was some sort of like a plot or something.
You don't
like
think there was a plot by the animals of the world? Like this dude keeps coming by, picking us up, calling us beautiful?
He protected them. Murder. What are you talking about?
You don't think they're like, if we ever get a chance, we're going to take them out?
No.
Okay.
I guess manslaughter.
Good Lord. Listen.
Manslaughter.
I'm saying. I said
Okay.
that's. Well, and I just think you need to get out there. I want to see it. I want to see the act. I want to see the action.
You want to see it?
I want to see it. Because I can't go live it. I can't go live it. So I got. Like I said, it's vicarious. I was at the beach not too long ago. Beach is tough. There's a lot of sand, all that stuff, but still, it's a lot of fun. Now, I mean, the outcome of the game. We're presuming that the Tigers are going to be able to get it done against the Commonwealth Bank Giants, the two-time defending New Providence Basketball Association champion. Two-time defending champs. That's what it's all about. They lost to Georgetown earlier this week. I think they're missing their best player, if I'm not mistaken, Deshaun Taylor, who came from Norfolk State. He was their leading scorer last year in my cursory glance of the Commonwealth Bank Giants. He appeared to not play in that game, so there may be an injury or possibly he just wanted to go hang out on the beach. Not sure how that works exactly.
Resting up for the big game.
Resting up for the big game, maybe. So if he's back, look out, because they almost beat Temple earlier this month. So I mean, this is quite a stern test for the young Tiger. I can't even say that with a straight face. They're getting after it. What do we know about these guys?
They can play a little. I mean, they led Temple by 9 points with less than 6 minutes to go in that game, and they only lost by 2. I mean, it was a game, an exciting, competitive game. Now, I will say I think they ended up, it might have been Furman that they ended up losing by like 25 to.
Georgetown dusted them pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but they did beat McNeese State. I think the day after they almost beat Temple. So mixed results, I would say. The more recent results have been mixed. But, I mean, there's no Wiseman, there's no Precious Achiuwa. I wouldn't say that Memphis, should I'm like, I can't say this with a straight face. I wouldn't say that Memphis should start looking ahead to the Providence Storm. I wouldn't say they need to be. I don't want to call this a trap game, but
trap game. Yeah,
sorry,
I love it.
Sorry.
I love it.
No,
Let's get that. Yeah, that's right. Let's get that trap game.
No.
Trap game strong.
No, Memphis ought to roll and everything. But I mean, it's at least competition against a different. Against somebody other than themselves, and they don't have to go far to do it. I mean, the gym is about a 5-minute walk from their rooms, and so it's they've got a pretty nice setup for the week.
Is new AD Laird Veach sliding down there? Because if I were the new AD, if I were hired at a place, and that place had a prominent team playing in the Bahamas, I would just really need to go ahead and see that in person and go ahead and just kind of introduce myself to some of the fans that have made the trip. Any chance of old Laird getting down there?
I mean, I haven't had a chance to speak with Laird, so I don't know. But given the fact that he's not started, I believe his official start date at Memphis is October 1st.
Right.
I'm sure he's probably got a number of other affairs to tend to.
Well, the official start date of the Tiger season is like November, whatever. But they're in the Bahamas too. You know what I mean? You got to prepare. It's like preseason for him. He's preparing for the regular season.
I mean, that would be my first thought if I were him. Like,
yeah.
I'm the new athletic director. Okay, great. Let's make my first order of business. I need to get I need to be able to witness.
Exactly. You can't watch it on the stream.
Game of the season.
Jeez, Louise, we can't watch it on a stream for crying out loud. So I mean, we got.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, so we'll see. I'll let you know if he does show up. Well, I think he should.
And Jason, the how many Tiger fans are down there? I'm assuming the ones that are down there are probably the ones that Laird would want to get to know pretty well.
Yeah, so far there's not many. I've seen, I don't know, a couple dozen maybe, but the fan charter that is bringing, I think, around another 150, 200 fans is coming. Will be arriving soon. Is my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of the Memphis fans will be arriving later today, and sort of 200, maybe a little more.
Can they all fit in that ballroom?
If there's that many, it may be some standing room situation, but it is cramped, guys. I'm just here to tell you, I got in there yesterday to see some of that practice. It is cramped. It is not a very friendly confine
looks
situation.
Looks like the ceiling is like 6 feet. Like it looks like these guys are gonna try to dunk and like hit their head.
Ceiling.
Yeah, it's low. There's no question about it. It's different. I'm sure very few of these guys have played ever in a facility where the ceiling is that low. I don't know exactly how many feet it is from the floor to the roof, but they were playing in there yesterday, practicing, and it wasn't like anybody was skimming the ceiling with their 3-point shot. So I think they'll be all right.
Well, you are kind to join us from the Bahamas, sir. Appreciate that very much. He is Jason Munz. He is the brand new beat writer, and what a way to get underway. His first game is in the Bahamas against the Commonwealth Bank Giants, the University of Memphis, and the CBG. Getting after it. And Munz may sneak some video up on @Munz.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much, man. Enjoy the hell out of the time, man. It's got to be awesome being down there.
I will try, Peter and CJ. Thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you, Jason.
It's always a pleasure.
He's the best. Jason Munz, great guy, and I'm thrilled for him. He's awesome.
He brought up the height of the ceiling from the floor. I wonder what the width is from the window to the wall.
I was going to ask him that very question. Is sweat running down? I'm assuming probably a lot of sweat, if I had to guess. Let's take that break.
Ski.
Come back. Oh, man. All right, let's take a break. Come back. Lots more to get to here on The Experience right now on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Family Leisure is celebrating the end of summer with the appropriately titled End of Summer Liquidation Sale. You can get pools for as low as $19.99, patio furniture starting at $12.99, and swim spas, they begin at $99.99. Don't forget to ask about fast installation because there's still enough summer left to enjoy these deals during the End of Summer Liquidation Sale happening now at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
We should come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
We do come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
Right, well, we should keep doing this. These biscuits and gravy are the best I've ever had. I could have them for breakfast every day.
Look at these perfect poached eggs on top of crab cakes. Only a real chef would think of making this.
I'm almost to the point of making the turn. I've had everything on the Sweetgrass brunch menu, and I'm going to start back at the beginning.
It's important to have goals.
Why would we go anywhere else?
We don't go anywhere else. Last night, you refilled everyone's water.
Well, I just wanted to make sure they knew we were part of the Sweetgrass family.
Get your gun, Nelly, and saddle up Penelope. It's Western Trading Days at Sunrise Buick GMC. Old-time trading prices on over 800 new Buicks and GMCs, and the Sunrise Used Car Corral has over 150 in stock. Sunrise has rustled up a good-looking herd of cars and trucks under $99.95. Ranch managers have been told to cut prices to the bone. If you're a good person with bad credit, SunriseMemphis.com will help you get your brand on one of these little fillies. Free hot dogs and Cokes at the Chuck Wagon. Western Trading Days, 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville. Cars cost less at Sunrise, partner.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
If you're the owner of a company and you're tired of a dirty office building, or maybe you're tired of dirty restrooms, or floors and carpets that are filthy, or windows that you can't even see through, I've got a solution. Let Trinity be your cleaning solution. Trinity Professional Services. They're putting professionalism back in cleaning. They specialize in stripping and waxing and buffing floors, in cleaning carpet. Just make it seem like it's spring outside. Window cleaning where you see through and everything shines. Commercial janitorial services specializing in final construction cleaning. Hey, the people that own this company, they are big construction people. They know what needs to be done. So if you would like it done the right way, call Todd Pope or Tommy Ferrari, the former Tiger quarterback, at 833-6773. 833-6773. It's Trinity. They're your cleaning solution.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurts. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Woo! What? Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. What? Are you eating a donut in the middle of the show?
No, I'm just going to hold it.
God, what the?
You had a whole break, CJ.
I had one during the break. This is number 2.
This man comes in here with a donut in his mouth.
I'm just holding it, man. Thank you,
in your
Bill.
mouth.
I had to put the headphones on.
That was a lovely view for any Facebook viewers or Twitter viewers or anything.
Yeah, go. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
Just eat.
Oh,
why not?
My coffee.
Yeah, you got to get your coffee. Because you walk in here in the middle of the show, you got a donut in your mouth, and you just mind your own business. Because that was obviously Price is Right, an absolute classic. But to me, the greatest Price is Right music is still from do you know where this is from? Do you know which game this is from?
My man climbing up the mountain.
That's right. Cliffhangers. See, the pricing game, you got the little guy going up. Oh, you hope it stops, because then if he goes over the top, then you lose. But you want to get to the top of the mountain. Listen to that.
This is great. Why
is this good breakfast music, CJ?
Why do we not have a trap remix version of this?
Lil Nas X is working on it, according to reports.
Are you sure we don't?
Do we?
I mean, we had a trap version of most everything.
See if there's a trap version of this, because that is what we need as a society.
I mean, we could certainly do one. My guy Superman, he could probably make some up. Wouldn't take too long. Tigers in action, as we mentioned, against the Commonwealth Bank Giants of Nassau, Bahamas. Everything is beautiful down there, and we'll find out. I would just have to think. I've been scouring the internet, trying to find somebody, some way, because there are services out there. CJ, did you know this? That all they do is stream foreign team, like college teams on their foreign tours.
I did not know this.
Yes. How's that donut?
This
So
is
good.
just
this
is amazing.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, that's a great theory, Peter.
Exciting.
An educated man eats his donut before he comes on the air.
I wasn't going to.
Anyway, there's a service that does that. So like Georgetown's game with the same team is live, was streamed live and is now archived, and you can watch it and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. So if you want to get the scout on this team, you can watch that game. But I don't know if this game is going to be available anywhere ever. Will it ever be available? Will anyone ever be able to see it? I don't know.
Here's hoping Munz gets us taken care of.
I hope they got that. I hope he's got enough room on the memory card to record the entire game on the phone.
Yes.
It's going to be a challenge. Or stream it at the very least, and somebody else can record it. I don't know. I think we're going to get something, and I certainly hope we do, because it is really, it's exciting to see. You know, obviously you'd like to see Wiseman, and maybe you will later on in the tour. Obviously, like to see the Precious, and you know that won't happen until the actual season is close to getting underway. But you know, Lester, Damian Ball, Boogie Ellis, DJ Jeffries, those guys in the house. No Dandridge, which is a shame. But then you've got Isaiah Maurice doing his thing. Lance Thomas, who had been around, but he hasn't been eligible. Now he's eligible. Jumps in. Tyler Harris, Alex Lomax. How will they be? How will they adjust? And Munz seem to think that things have gone pretty well in that regard. So I'm excited to see what they do, and especially because Penny wants to play really fast. The rules, the FIBA rules, playing with a 10-minute quarter and a 24-second shot clock rather than the 30-second shot clock and all that. I like. We need 24-second shot clock in men's college basketball.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
We need that now. I don't know why we're not doing
I can't keep watching teams like a Wisconsin just throw the ball around the perimeter, not even looking to score for 30 seconds. And then it's like, okay.
Running your offense, baby. Just run it.
Let's try and score. How are you running the offense when the whole goal, the whole point of offense is to score the ball? So are you really running the offense if you're just passing the ball around, not looking to score?
I mean,
no, and it makes it incredibly hard to watch.
I wouldn't think so, but
those offense we ran in high school because we couldn't score. So it's just like hold on to the ball.
Like you gotta have at least like 5 passes. Like
no.
If
you do it right, like 2, 3.
I mean, if that's how it works, cool. But like you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to have 5
dumbass drills.
But
make 5 passes before you can dribble. Why?
Just all that stuff.
Make 6 passes before you look to shoot. Why? I'm like right here.
Yeah, it's all that stuff's annoying. I do think that Deshaun Taylor is out for the game for the Commonwealth Bank Giants. He was the guy that played. He had 41 points, 10 rebounds in their Bahamas something championship of some sort when they won that back in April, whatever that thing is that they won. He had a great performance in that game, was apparently very good against Temple. So he was out against Georgetown. They got thumped. He's probably going to be out in this one, which will certainly help the Tigers to avoid even the faintest possibility of an embarrassing upset. And I guess it would be embarrassing. I mean, like it wouldn't be good to lose the game, but I don't guess
it would be embarrassing.
I mean,
it would be embarrassing.
If you lost the Commonwealth Bank Giants?
It would be embarrassing, yes. And that it would take away immediately some of that feel-goodness that we have right now about the Tigers because of this number 1 overall recruiting class. It would take that away.
If they play badly, but again, we won't even. It's hard to know.
It's not like the time they lost the Christian Brothers and everybody was there to see that.
The exhibition
we
game,
saw that.
Yeah. No question about that. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. That game will get underway at 4:00 this afternoon. So if you want to follow the live updates and all that stuff, then you could do that with Munz and Drew Hill. But there's no TV or radio or anything like that for the game. No stream, no nothing as far as I can tell with that. Bad news for Texas A&M. Their tight end Baylor Cupp out for the season with an injury that he suffered. And I've always said that if you play for Texas A&M and your name is Baylor, there's a risk right out of the gate. Why is this man not playing for Baylor?
I don't know.
Broke his leg. Very sad.
Well, probably because Baylor's facing all sorts of sanctions right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but your name is Baylor. I don't care. You're Baylor
and stuff like that.
You just they call that nominative determinism. Like you have to play for.
They call that what, Peter?
Nominative determinism means your name dictates what it is that you do.
Oh, okay.
If your name is Baylor, you got to go to or play for Baylor. That's a no. Especially your first name. Who's ever heard of a first name Baylor? Got some weird first names rolling around these streets.
I don't know a Baylor. I feel like
there's a golfer named Wyndham now. You know?
Oh,
yeah,
that.
Like spelled like the hotel, like Wyndham.
Nice. Must be a family name.
It must be maybe where he was conceived.
No,
that's why Brooklyn. Brooklyn Beckham
is named.
His name Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's of all the awful names to name your children.
Ramada N. McGee is running around out there.
Red Roof, naming them after places where they were conceived. Just no, don't do that. I don't want to walk around having my name be.
To think about that moment,
Phoenix. Like, that's a pretty name. Why is your name Phoenix? Oh, parents went on vacation to Arizona, and then 9 months later, there I was. Like, no, come on, don't do your kids that way. Don't do them that way.
My name is Flying J. Long story. I don't want to get into it, but
what is the J for in Flying J? Like in the Flying J.
Juice.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I got no idea.
Joy? Jumping?
Jesus.
Flying Jesus? You've heard of touchdown Jesus. We got Flying Jesus.
I
have. Burger King bathroom is my friend over here.
Back row movie theater. Okay.
Well, I don't. Anyway, I don't know why we're doing this, but I just Baylor. You can't. Does Baylor have a guy named Texas A&M?
I know they got a agriculture, and I think they got a mechanic. I don't know if they got a Texas though.
Very sad though. It's pretty nasty broken leg. He'll be out for the season. Now, your favorite team, Ohio State.
Oh,
I just left. We'll just take a break on that note. I don't even have to finish that thought just to hear what you have to say. Ohio State is seeking a trademark on the word "the," as in the Ohio State University.
CJ's in favor. I'm pretty sure he voted for it.
University spokesman Chris Davey says, like other institutions, Ohio State works to vigorously protect the university's brand and trademarks. These assets hold significant value, which benefits our students and faculty and the broader community by supporting our core academic mission of teaching and research.
And that's who they've let run the Big Ten. The school trying to trademark the word "the." The article "the" has been running the Big Ten. And this is who you guys let. This is your king. This is your king. This is who you let run it. The dumb school, the dumbass school that is trying to trademark "the," because somehow what? If we just throw "the" around, what's going to happen? It's going to decrease the school's profitability? Get out of here. Because they created the word "the." We started saying "the" because of Ohio State.
How could you possibly come across as more of a bunch of arrogant?
No, the Big Ten is full of that though.
No, but no one like Ohio State, man. I'm sorry. They've got when you say actually the Ohio State.
The Ohio State.
Thank you very much. Actually, guys, it's the Ohio State.
The OSU.
We've got that trademarked actually.
You can get the bleep out of here with that. That's what you can do. All the way out of there.
I'm going to trademark these so that you can get on these in this particular situation right here.
Fine. You won't catch the hands. You'll catch these hands. There we go.
CJ, why? I can't imagine why you're so vehemently against this. I don't know what you have against Ohio State.
I'm vehemently
they're stupid.
opposed to it. And I don't really care.
They're pretentious. They're arrogant. They're hoity-toity.
They beat your team all the time.
Yes, they do that also. Well, not all the time. Check the all-time. Yeah. Check the all-time win-loss record.
We're not going back to
we're not going back to
You did hear their recruit that just said yesterday that he doesn't even think it's a rivalry anymore.
Yeah, he's stupid.
This is classic stuff.
I mean,
classic rivalry stuff right there. What about the U?
What are we going to... Is Miami going to try and trademark the letter U?
Uncle Luke's got to get in on this.
He's got to trademark the letter U.
It's the U. It's not just
University
U.
of Memphis, the University of Mississippi. I mean, these are all...
No one has said the University of Mississippi ever.
No.
Not ever once. It's just all Miss.
That's very true. I mean, that's the way it should be pronounced, in my personal opinion.
It's never the University of Mississippi.
The Ole Miss.
What? It's not the U. I mean, again, no one. The only reason that you could even potentially trademark this is because you've got people that are so entitled and so pretentious that you even have to make that a thing. Like any university could be the University of whatever.
Yeah,
but
every university
only one is like, the Ohio State. Remember that.
Are we in Columbus?
I'm the Peter Edmiston. A Peter Edmiston.
Where we going?
Peter Edmiston experience.
That's right.
Where we going? I'm going to Ohio State. Or, where are we going? The Ohio State University's campus is where we're going.
It's all about the U. It's not all about a U.
Yes.
It's the U. Uncle Luke's going to be on this.
Is he?
Got to be.
I hope so.
Got to be.
I mean, he's fought in court and won some big cases.
He has no
litigation.
problem fighting the man for the right to say what he needs to say.
Ohio State is one of the factories that produces the quote man.
I mean, listen,
you want to copyright the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are future the man.
That's right.
That is who y'all are.
Let's take a break. We'll come back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Austin Eldridge producing the program here from the Family Leisure Studios on Sports 56, the Sports 56, the 96.1, and the 87.7.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find real sports talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
Grizz Nation, 2019 marks the 25th season for the Grizzlies franchise, and it's bound to be one for the ages. Now is the time to secure your seats to see the Grizzlies' young core compete all season long. Early bird single game tickets are on sale now through Wednesday, August 14th at Grizzlies.com.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire-roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Are you tired of all the clouds and bad weather? Rain brings pollutants that can wreak havoc on your car's finish, but there is someone who can help. Car Wash USA Express has introduced their most advanced car wash yet with the exclusive Polymer Pro Wash, creating a stronger, more consistent protective sealant for your car's finish. Polymer Pro can only be found at Car Wash USA Express, where attendants are always on duty to keep you and your vehicle safe. For more information and locations, visit carwashusaexpress.com. Car Wash USA Express, because a dirty car is a dirty shame.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hurt. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
This is pyramid, baby. $25,000 pyramid, $100,000 pyramid, you name it. Listen to that. Now you want to do a trap remix or something? This is the one to do right here. This song gets real funky. If you kind of slide it like about a minute further on, it gets real weird. And I don't know if they ever even played this part on the show. They may not have. I don't know, but slide it forward just a little bit on the. Let's see if it gets to be. There's a little part where it kind of has a breakdown. It's a little further. You're almost there. This might be it right here. No, well, it's all right. We'll get to it. It's good. It goes. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's like it's got a little jazz, little funky breakdown. Welcome back to the Experience at Peter. He's CJ. Got a question for you. Oh, there we go. Listen to that. There we go. Yeah. Listen to that. All right, just keep that running. Listen to that little bass kind of. Oh yeah. So I got a question for you. Keep that going. Austin, CJ, gentlemen, do you like pasta?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. How much pasta do you like?
All of it.
Oh, good answer. Have I got a deal for you?
Ooh.
Tomorrow, 2 p.m., Olive Garden is selling the famed unlimited pasta pass. Now, you got a situation here that it's going to start at 12:55 Central Time tomorrow. The passes you can get in the waiting line at that point. They'll be up for sale for 30 minutes. They're 24,000 passes. That's all they're going to get. $100 a pop. So $100 means you can get unlimited food at Olive Garden from September 23rd to November 24th. For that 3 months, $100, you can get as much every day, whatever you want to do.
What?
Yep. Go get wild.
So you're saying I go give them $100 and I get free food for the next 2 months?
Yeah. Well, from September 23rd.
For the next.
Yeah, for a 2-month period.
For about a 2 month period. Yeah,
that's right. Right before Thanksgiving is when it'll cut
and this
off.
Is at, this is at every Olive Garden?
Yeah. Anyone. They give you a card and everything.
You just walk up and say, I'm here for the promo?
No, you got a card. You just say, you got your name on it. You say, wham. Give me all the pasta.
Well, I know, but how do you just go up? You got it. When do you go get this card?
That's what I was saying. You got tomorrow. They sell it. They're only going to sell it for 30 minutes. Technically starts at 1 p.m. tomorrow, but the waiting room opens up at 12:55 on their website. So you got to go to Olive Garden's website, presumably olivegarden.com. I haven't checked that, but I'm going to assume that's got to be it. Now, here's the real kicker, though. When you buy the pass, if you opt in to potentially buy the lifetime model, you could be one of 50 people that can be upgraded for $400 extra, so $500 total. You get lifetime free pasta forever
for $500.
For $500 forever. You can go to Olive Garden for the rest of your by God life, which is probably going to be a little shorter.
It is definitely going to be short.
But nonetheless, you could go and say, wham! Everything's unlimited, not just the breadsticks and the soup and salad. Pasta's unlimited. You want, what are you looking for? What do you need?
$500.
$500
for unlimited pasta.
Unlimited
at Olive Garden for life.
Is it just pasta, or can you get whatever you want for the rest of your life?
I mean, it says pasta, so I'm gonna assume.
So you can't go in there and get a bunch of breadsticks. And
breadsticks are free.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying you couldn't go. You couldn't just go say, "Hey, give me a bunch of sides of breadsticks." Like
you could just walk in there and say, "Give me all your breadsticks. This is a stick up. Give me that bread."
It's a breadstick up.
Now, somebody points out.
I really wasn't even trying to be that bad with that one.
I mean, it's never ending.
Oh my
now,
God!
Problem is now the only problem is you got to dine in only. You can't and you got to tip. So obviously you tip on the. So it's not like it's totally 100% free. But basically, you go in there for $10 or something, and you just whatever
and just
go
kill it.
Go wild. Now, some people have pointed out that I can already go to Olive Garden as many times as I want for the rest of my life for $0, which is haters, really. That's what I like to call those people.
How can you go to Olive Garden for $0?
They say as many times as they want to.
Oh.
Just to say 0 times.
Oh, okay.
And
I got you.
They've got their own unlimited.
No need for that
pasta
hate.
pass.
No need for that hate.
That's right.
No.
I mean, unbelievable. No. The other thing is, would you do all your buddies get free pasta as well?
No, I think it's just you.
Well, that can't be.
It would have to be just you.
I want to know what I need the fine print on this. Are we going to get? Can I just go? Can we all go together? And we can all eat on the one, but only 50 people are going to get this lifetime pass. I mean, but you would do that?
Yes, I would do it. $500 unlimited Olive Garden for the rest of my life? Yeah. And I'd eat that $500 in like 6 months, 5 months.
I need to know exactly what the situation is. Okay. Oh, it's pastapass.com.
Oh.
Pastapass.com. And that's the rule. Now, let's see. I want to see what the details are, because this is the big thing. A lifetime of unlimited servings of pastas, sauces, and toppings. Plus, obviously, salad and your breadsticks.
Obviously.
I mean, it's
clear.
No doubt about that. Okay. So this is very. So you've got to expires now. The fine print here is very important. It expires upon the death of the named pass holder. So you can, you've got some designated menu items which may change from time to time. All other menu items are excluded from offer. One redemption per restaurant visit. Each meal is for one person and may not be shared.
Okay.
It's a ripoff, man.
Excludes gratuity, alcohol, and any other menu item not included in the offer.
See, I don't know. I don't know if that's worth $500.
Give me the thing about it not being passed down.
You can't pass it down to somebody. You can't.
It expires when you die.
What's the exact word?
Expires upon death of named pass holder.
Stop right there. Your boy's Conrad Hurt. Your boy's daddy's Conrad Hurt. Your boy's child to be Conrad Hurt. His child to be Conrad Hurt. We are passing this thing down.
Oh, there is a lifetime Pasta Pass concierge available. So in case you're,
how do you get that job?
I don't know. There's a phone number. You can. So there you go. Get after it. Pastapass.com. Fine folks at Olive Garden. I'm not sure I'm going to be part of it. I'm not that. Not my favorite.
It's not really. It's not sounding all that great to me at this point.
Yeah, I want to share. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour number 3 on the way. Stick around. You got Peter. You got CJ. You got an experience.
Hey. The experience.
The experience. Right here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. School's back in. Are the kids going to be running out of hot water every morning? Or worse, are you going to be out of hot water by the time they leave? It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. At Conway Services, we're making now the perfect time to replace that old energy-guzzling tanked water heater with a new tankless water heater with 24 months to pay, interest-free. Or I'll give you $250 for that old tanked water heater. These energy-saving models only heat the water you use, saving you money on your gas bill every month. And with Conway Services, you'll be receiving our award-winning service every time. And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. See why I say now's the perfect time? Call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier tankless water heater professionals at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater, we'll come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Campbell Clinic now offers daytime walk-in care, and you don't need an appointment. If you've got any kind of urgent break, sprain, strain, you can walk into any of their 5 convenient locations Monday through Friday from 8 until 4. There's no long wait you have to put up with the ER, and those doctors are really good, but they're not orthopedists. They're not world-renowned orthopedists who have come up with different procedures and written the manuals for them that are used everywhere in the world, and I'm not kidding you. And you can now see those doctors who treat the Tigers, the Grizzlies, the Redbirds. You can see them today without an appointment. And I'm talking Collierville, Germantown, South Haven, downtown at the Med Center, or even the Campbell Clinic Spine Center in Cordova. Now, if you've got something pressing, you got to go to work and you can bear the pain until the evening, there's Campbell Clinic After Hours. That's Monday through Thursday from 5 to 8 in Germantown, South Haven, even Saturday morning in Germantown. If you're injured, don't wait. Visit Campbell Clinic Walk-In Care or Campbell Clinic After Hours.
The NFL's best square off in the Ultimate Football Showdown. Will be challenging the skills of these Pro Bowl All-Stars in competitions ranging from precision passing, best hands, gridiron gauntlet, the all-new 40-yard splash, to, yes, even dodgeball, because every quarterback who's been hit by a defensive lineman deserves a chance to settle the score. It's All-Stars at play at the 2019 Pro Bowl Skills Showdown, Thursday, January 24th, 9 p.m. on ESPN and Disney XD.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hi, folks. Good news from Sunrise Chevy in Collierville. Sunrise took additional inventory for the spring market. Now, Sunrise must sell 500 new and used cars and trucks to make room for new Chevys on the way. Huge discounts and 0% financing, or GM will provide up to $5,000 cash now. Shop and compare hundreds of new Chevys, Buicks, and GMCs all under one roof. And don't forget, a $5 million used car inventory. If your car needs body work, bring it to Sunrise. We work on all makes and models. If your Chevy needs service, bring it to Sunrise no matter where you bought it. Find new roads at the Sunrise Chevy Range, 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1, and 87.7 FM, as well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app, and at home, tell Alexa or Google to play Sports 56. If it's happening in the world of sports, we've got it covered. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and C.J.
This is CJ's request here.
This Wild and Crazy Kids?
No, this is What Would You Do?
What would you do? Oh.
This is not What Would You Do?
From Nickelodeon?
Yeah, that goes, what would you, what would you, what would you do?
That is after this version.
This is like 1992.
And then they
I don't remember
revamped
this version at all.
Can we find another version?
It sounds like a sitcom from.
It does also sound like Hanging with Mr.
Yeah,
Cooper.
it was like those Living Singles. When I was thinking I can just see the credits coming through right there. What would you what would that? That's what that's the one that I'm familiar with there. Welcome back to the program. It is a game show Wednesday on the program. Got some potential game show news, by the way. We'll give you later on in the week. We're working on something kind of fun. We'll see if we can put it all together. Peter, he is CJ. It is a hot but nice morning thus far. Not quite as hot as it was last couple days. Still extremely hot. Be careful out there when you are doing your thing. Should be a little bit drier though. Not so unbelievably humid as we've seen in the last couple of days. So that will be a little more comfortable when you're out there. We've talked a lot of Tiger basketball. We've talked unlimited pasta. We've talked Ohio State. We've talked Jerry Jones. We've talked about what happens if you accidentally get your hand cut off and what you're supposed to do with that. We've really
Don't run into the woods. Don't run
into the woods. Got to squeeze that stump.
So you're just sitting there squeezing the stump until...
That's right.
Okay.
Hoping for help.
Okay.
Just hoping. Someday.
Do you get the hand and put it in ice or anything, or you just say forget the hand?
Got to forget the hand.
Okay.
Forget that hand. Get you a hook. That'll be better.
Oh, okay. All right. So we've like I said, we've gotten all of that business. We've all kind of thrown out there. To give you an update, in case you were curious, Antonio Brown wants you to go find a Schutt Air Advantage helmet that's less than 10 years old. He will give you a autographed helmet back in return, which seems a little light for my man here. He's not quite letting go of this thing, although he did show up. He did do some work. He does seem to potentially be ready to go for the Raiders. Kinda.
Maybe.
He said he was on Hard Knocks apparently.
And I hadn't seen the second episode.
I hadn't either. But he said my feet are pretty much getting circumcised, right? He said hopefully my feet are born again and I freaking can run faster.
That's not how circumcisions work, dog. Like, they don't take off the skin and then you're able to, like, do anything magical. We're not walking around with magical penises, Peter. I'm sorry. I'm assuming that you are circumcised.
Speak for yourself.
I don't, well, and also I'm assuming yours isn't magical.
Right. Speak for yourself.
That's not how circumcisions work.
Well, frostbite's not involved.
No, and definitely frostbite. We're not sticking babies into
I can tell you that.
Chambers.
He said, and he's using the word frickin' a lot here. I don't know why we're using that. That seems strange, but anyway. So I was trying cold therapy. They were covering my body, and I got out and I felt my foot burning. So I was like, man, I felt a hot sensation. So the next 24 hours, it swelled up, got really big, and I couldn't really walk with pressure. Doctor came over, drained a little out. Oh boy. Scalpel the next day, scissors the next day, and just kind of let it all leak out. So as everything leaked all out, I was able to put a lot of pressure. Thankfully, my trainer was working me out. I can't be on my feet, so I'm crawling in workouts, just getting other stuff done and have everything get better. So now it's just a new skin. I'm trying to get my feet used to feeling it, but I feel like I got a big patch of just open whoopee cushion, you know? What?
What the hell is going on in NFL? These people are just saying
Is this AB
things.
or Jerry Jones? Who are we talking? Who's talking here?
I feel like I got a big patch of just open whoopee cushion, you know?
Educated man went on that frostbite, but I thought it was whoopee cushion.
Educated man.
What? Has anyone ever used that phrase before? I've got a big patch of just open whoopee cushion, you know?
No, I don't know. I'm not familiar with
What does
that.
that mean?
I don't.
Open
I don't
whoopee cushion?
know. I don't know.
Is there...
How does he know?
Is
Antonio Brown just walking around cutting whoopee cushions open? Because that is not the purpose of a whoopee cushion.
No. And are they sensitive on the inside and they're hard to walk on, or they're hard to because the inside is it velvet or something? Is it
silk? I want to dissect the whoopee cushion now.
Yeah, I need to open one of these things up. Apparently these things are pretty awesome.
Good grief.
So he's got open whoopee cushion.
He's leaking. Soaking wet.
But apparently, and they're his agent, the always quiet Drew Rosenhaus.
Oh, I never heard of that guy.
That legal action might be pursued, possibly, against the cryotherapy lab, which means no, they're not going to, because Antonio Brown probably was the one who screwed that up. He's probably like, I'm good. I don't need to wear those socks.
I think it was wet socks. I think he got in his socks were wet.
I don't need to wear dry socks when it's we're talking about cold temperatures. Pfft. Come on, what happens to water when it gets cold? Nothing. It's delicious. What could go wrong? Get in there. Come on. It'll be fine. He said hopefully his burned feet are born again.
Again, but that's not how circumcision works. It's the same. It's the same body part.
Listen, he's been running around on this open whoopee cushion, as we all know. A phrase we've all obviously,
everybody knows about
the old saying. Back in the old days, I feel like a new open whoopee cushion. I think everybody knows that one.
Yeah,
of course. So he's just saying what we all know. Why is the NFL so weird today? We've had 3 or 4 now, just really strange stories. In fact, let's go back. Austin, do you still have the Jerry Jones? You still have that story that he told?
I can get it here shortly.
For folks who didn't hear it the first hour, we'll play that again so you can understand some of the stuff that we're talking about. Many of you may have missed that. Jerry talking about the new deals that are being talked about. And you got not only Ezekiel Elliott, who kind of started this thing, but then Dak, and then you could throw in Amari Cooper on top of that. And these are deals that are going to need to be done. And Jerry, as he's wont to do, starts to get that homespun wisdom, that gnarled, gravelly voice of his, and he tells stories that are I don't know, nonsensical. I guess this is what he talked about when it came to these deals.
Practices against each other. That didn't work out, but definition, if you will, we'll have some fun with you guys, of a liberal arts education is that picture if you were a driver of a car and you had a wreck and your hand was almost severed off, but you didn't understand your anatomy. You look down, you're spurting blood, you open the door and run to the woods and either die bleeding to death or shock. The educated man looks down, knows his anatomy, squeezes, and knows his best chance is to wait for help. That's because he's been there a lot and done that. And so I'm waiting, I'm squeezing and waiting for help.
More importantly, let's forget that for a second. Somebody in the background is naming Jackson 5 family members.
Somebody said Joe Jackson.
Somebody, Joe Jackson, LaToya, and Michael. Somebody in the background was asked about the Jacksons.
The best part was there's a reporter in this video that I noticed first time who's just giving him weird, like he's like, huh? Like he literally says that out loud the whole time.
Is that the end of it?
Yeah, that was the end of that story.
I want to know what led to the Jacksons being named in there.
So much to dissect there.
Yes.
As we talked about, I don't really. The educated man would know, because he's done it before, that when he drives and has an accident and almost severs his hand and he's spurting blood not to go running into the forest, that is an interesting analogy.
Probably wrecked the second time because he's missing a hand. So my question would then be, how does he put pressure on the nub without a hand? Because we've established that he's probably got a hook. So probably got the hook. Now he's got the nub. How do you put pressure on that situation?
The educated man knows how to put pressure on a nub with a hook. It's one of those things that you learn. I don't go to liberal arts school. One of you liberal arts guys out here trying to get all this education. You don't know nothing about when you almost sever your hand in a car accident and go run off in the woods. I mean, everybody knows that. That's one of those things you learn. So, just so you know, if in fact you sever your hand, do not go running into the woods.
Be an educated man.
Be an educated man and squeeze the stump. Or whatever's left of your hand, or I don't know. Again, I'm unclear on this the full analogy here, but that way. So in this analogy, I believe Jerry is now squeezing the stump in the sense of waiting for the players to acquiesce to his negotiations.
Peter, I don't know.
Is that right?
I don't
know.
Does
that seem?
I don't
that,
know.
That seems. Is that? And the play and the non-educated man is the owner who gives the player the money, and they're running off into the woods bleeding out. because they've given too much money? Is that am I on track here?
I guess. I don't know. I've never heard this analogy.
You guys are giving me no feedback.
Because we don't know.
Very difficult.
Peter, I am like a cut open whoopee cushion over here. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a phrase I understand.
Yes.
Everyone uses that one.
Yes.
Stick with stuff we know.
Not nub hands. It sounds like a horror movie. Nub hands.
Or maybe stuff like Emmitt Smith said. Do we have that one?
Emmitt Smith and the Diamonds.
I can get it for you.
Diamonds in the rough.
I was hoping we still had it.
Diamonds in other areas as well.
Just thought I'd throw that out there. It's that's another classic. So anyway, long story short, I have no idea what that means and whether that means that he's gonna they're gonna actually pay these guys or not. It could this is. Maybe this is why the negotiations take so long. Maybe Jerry just starts telling these weird stories, and you have no idea whether he's going to offer you more money or not, and you don't know what the offer even is.
What's my man's name in L.A.?
Steve Ballmer.
Magic's homeboy.
Rob Pelinka?
I want Pelinka and Jerry to sit down. I want them to get a franchise together, and I want them to sit down with players, motivate them, and negotiate contracts with them. So we can hear about all types of craziness.
The ghost of Kobe.
Ghosts.
And then telling stories about
and nub hands
and
yes.
and then weird motivational speeches.
Yes.
About the restoration of the angelic spirit or something crazy that he uses. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find it?
I'm getting there.
Okay. Well, we won't worry about it right at this moment in time. We will worry about though your boy Jim Harbaugh. Who, as we shift gears to the college game.
But we had a lot of cow poo-poo around it. And the diamonds was mixed in with the poo-poo. It just all looked like poo-poo.
See, that's the kind of analogy we can all get behind.
I get that one also.
With Emmitt Smith.
Diamonds and cow poo-poo.
We had the diamonds, and we had the cow poo-poo. And the diamonds got mixed in with the poo-poo. So it all looked like poo-poo.
If you were on that team,
It's a bunch of poo-poo.
And you weren't one of the, quote, diamonds, you've got to holler at Emmett. Hey, Emmett, why are you calling me cow poo-poo?
Hey, Emmett, how old are you? Why are you calling anything poo-poo?
Say bleep like a grown-ass man, Emmett.
Say what now?
Bleep.
Say bleep?
Yep.
You got some diamonds and you got some bleep. No, say doo-doo.
Doo-doo poo-poo is the same thing. Say dookie. Man up and say dookie. Dookie.
So, anyway, Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
Is he more diamonds or more poo-poo at this point?
He's something. He is something.
It's all mixed around.
It's all mixed around.
Well, we got a little controversy here. This is at Cincinnati coach Luke Fickell, who Fickell, of course, came from the Ohio State University. There is an issue about the transfer of James Hudson, who is, of course, the brother of Jennifer Hudson.
Oh,
that's not true. I just made that up.
Well, don't do
but
me
it sounds
that way.
good.
I
It
love
sounds
me some
good.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, it sounds good though, right?
Yes.
Maybe he is. He might not. I mean, he might be.
Jennifer can just straight.
Haven't
up
ruled
sing.
it out, but I'm going to say it's probably not.
No.
Anyway, he was trying to transfer to the University of Cincinnati, and apparently there was some issue with regard to this. And Luke Fickell told The Athletic that Michigan did not support the waiver request. He said they could say they didn't undermine it, but they didn't work to help the kid out. All the power's in the hands of the school. A player is leaving. If they want to help, they can help them become eligible. Harbaugh said that's not true. Michigan did not block the waiver, said Harbaugh, adding it was the NCAA's decision to deny Hudson's request. The NCAA, for what it's worth, does not comment on that. Harbaugh said Fickell called him in March trying to coach him what to say about the events leading up to Hudson's transfer. He said, I told him I'm not going to lie. Harbaugh has often said that he believes all college athletes should be able to transfer once without sitting out the following season. So, is your boy a liar?
Yes. A dirty one.
Okay.
Yes. College coaches.
I kind of expect a little more pushback on that. To be honest with you, but-
No. Because no. College coaches are liars. People, I hate to do this to you. Your favorite team, their coach is a liar. What ended up happening in this situation is that he asked the young man to switch positions. Go from defensive line to offensive line, if I'm not mistaken. The kid did it, played 3 games, decided that wasn't for him, and if he's not going to play on the defensive side of the ball, he'd rather transfer. When you recruited him, did you tell him you were going to make him switch positions? That is where the lie comes in. When you recruited him, what did you tell him? Probably told him everything he wanted to hear so that he would commit to you. So in this particular situation where it is, I'm not a liar, I'm not going to lie. You lie all the time. You lie to these young recruits all the time. You are a liar. You're not going to lie if it doesn't benefit you, is what you should say. All right? And if this is a kid who wants to transfer, let him he is what Jim Harbaugh is saying here is true. And what Fickle is saying is true. Fickle is saying Michigan didn't help this kid out. And Harbaugh is saying we didn't block the transfer. Both statements are true. But if Michigan, I guess a frustration comes in, if Michigan had have helped him out, he'd be immediately eligible to play. And if you're Michigan or if you're any of these universities, you lose the PR battle every single time when you try, not when you try to restrict movement, but when you don't help out with a player who's trying to transfer. The young man, if this is the same kid, because Michigan has had a bunch of transfers like everybody else, I think this is the kid that said he was suffering from depression at the school, and his mother is a mental health counselor. And so she sat down with the university and with the coaching staff and tried to explain, like, hey, these are the signs of depression. Yes, he might be a little upset about being forced to switch sides of the ball and play a position he's not all the way comfortable with. But he's also going through something psychological as well. And for Jim Harbaugh to think that this is, because that is what it seems like to me with this story, is that Coach Harbaugh thinks that like it's just about playing time. That he didn't like the decision that he made, and so he was going to leave.
He's kind of I'm not going to say taking shots, but I think he's sort of made light at times of that mental health aspect,
yes.
right? I mean, he's not treated that with a lot of seriousness.
He is one of those coaches who's like, you were doing just fine yesterday. What's going on today? It's because I yelled at you, or it's because I told you were doing something wrong, or is it because I moved you from one side of the ball to the next side of the ball, or to another side of the ball? You're not getting the playing time in the position that you thought you were. He is one of those coaches who doesn't seem to take mental health very seriously, or as seriously as it should be.
And they should. And the NBA is requiring at least one, I think 2, in some cases, mental health professionals be on retainer for every team, which is I think very much a step in the right direction, as long as they can do so privately without consulting with owners and team officials about what is actually being said. Need to make sure there's a firewall there, but otherwise, I think that's an excellent and important step for us to appreciate and to get rid of the stigma around mental health. Your boy's not helping.
No, not at all.
No, he's not.
Not at all. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to help this kid out? That's what I don't get. Why wouldn't you want to help Aubrey Solomon out? Why wouldn't you want to help? There's a kid who's transferring to Rutgers, one transferring to Iowa. Why wouldn't you say, hey, okay, it didn't work out here. I told you we were, because I'm pretty sure that it's a Michigan family, because everybody is a family. So why wouldn't you want to help this quote unquote family member out and get that person eligible and help get that person get to a situation they want to be in as quickly as possible? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Unless it's not really a family. It's only a family as long as you're doing what I'm telling you to do with no pushback. That is the family. And that's not a family I want to be a part of.
No, I would agree with that. Got another potentially wonderful story in college football we'll get to after the break. You can message us on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Sports56WHBQ. It's Peter and CJ on the Experience, Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Check out Dave Voloshin and Brett Norsworthy with Sports Time. Weekdays from 3 till 6 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles When smiles are hard to get, you'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Lemon Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC-accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Lemon Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselemonbrace.com.
Dedicated our life to yours. Wolf Chase Limb and Brace.
We should come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
We do come to Sweetgrass for brunch every Sunday.
Right, well, we should keep doing this. These biscuits and gravy are the best I've ever had. I could have them for breakfast every day.
Look at these perfect poached eggs on top of crab cakes. Only a real chef would think of making this.
I'm almost to the point of making the turn. I've had everything on the Sweetgrass brunch menu, and I'm going to start back at the beginning.
It's important to have goals.
Why would we go anywhere else?
We don't go anywhere else. Last night you refilled everyone's water.
Well, I just wanted to make sure they knew we were part of the Sweetgrass family.
Hi, this is Troy Five Ash, owner of Five Ash Roofing. If you're in need of a roof, there's no better place to start than Five Ash Roofing. No matter what your situation is, we have you covered. We can walk you through the insurance process without committing fraud like many of my competitors. You'd be surprised how many times salesmen and contractors will manufacture storm damage just so they can get a sale. We do residential, multifamily, and commercial work. We're certified in every form of roofing we offer. Our labor warranties are for the life of the shingle, and we don't charge extra for that. And to my knowledge, there's no other roofing company in Memphis offering that level of security. And if that's not enough, we offer a best price guarantee. We are the official roofer of the University of Memphis Athletic Department and a proud member of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year. Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Family Leisure is celebrating the end of summer with the appropriately titled End of Summer Liquidation Sale. You can get pools for as low as $19.99, patio furniture starting at $12.99, and swim spas, they begin at $99.99. Don't forget to ask about fast installation because there's still enough summer left to enjoy these deals during the End of Summer Liquidation Sale happening now at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and C.J.
Favorite Family Feud host?
Well, I like Harvey because he's the only one I've ever seen.
What was my man, Louis? What was Louis' last name?
Louis Anderson?
Louis Anderson was outstanding.
You had, let's name them off.
I got two for you.
You had Richard Dawson.
Okay.
The original. Kind of a perv. Would kiss everyone on the lips. It's a different time. Go back and watch.
Today and probably wouldn't work out.
Go back and watch. Yeah, he was a walking lawsuit, basically.
Okay.
But there you go. Then you had Ray Combs.
Mm-hmm.
Little fella. Pretty good. Pretty solid host. Then you had Louis Anderson.
Yes.
I think I'm skipping someone. Oh, Patrick Putty.
Patrick.
No. John what's his face?
Yep, John O'Hurley.
John O'Hurley, yeah.
06 to 2010.
Yeah, that's right. Then we had Richard Karn, the
02,
Al
06.
from
He was
Tool
good
Time.
also.
He was all right. He was generic. And then we have Louis Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Steve Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anyone?
Nope. Got them all.
Woo!
Harvey's facial expressions are what makes him so great. Like when people give a goofy answer, he's just like,
I don't know. I think Steve plays everything.
He does play everything up.
Steve's. I'm getting a little tired of Steve.
I'm not here for Steve.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of Steve. I can't. He's just like, say something. Say something.
Something.
Then I just look at the camera for like 10 seconds. Like, can you believe what this dude just said?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
I mean, that's the whole.
Steve has
shtick.
had his run.
And sometimes you got the big eyes that kind of bug out, like that kind of thing. That's that's pretty. He's got like 2 clubs in the bag, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He and Monique went after it one time. Did you say that was an interesting little discussion.
He and Monique, he and Bernie Mac, like he and DL Hughley.
Mm-hmm. Steve's kind of
Steve's not kind.
I feel like he's on the wrong side of the battle here.
Steve. Every brother ain't a brother, man. Steve is out for Steve. So
Steve is very much in the Steve business.
Yes, I'm done. 5 family members you're taking with you to the feud. Because there's 6 people, you and then 5 other family members, isn't it?
Yeah,
4? Yeah, 5.
It would be my wife, my dad, and my 2 kids are a little young.
Okay,
but maybe I'd bring them for fun. It might be fun to see. My sister, we work some out.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
What about you?
I want my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So me, then my mom. Then my dad next to my mom, then Weenie next to my dad in between. My dad would be between my mom and Weenie because that would just be hilarious.
I could just see Steve Harvey.
Yes.
What'd you say your name was again?
Weenie. She would give a bad answer, and I could just see. And I'm putting Jim next to Weenie.
No Granny.
So, well, I hadn't gotten all the way
through.
Okay.
I thought that was in your list.
So that's 4. And then, Granny.
Granny wouldn't let y'all leave the backstage area.
No. Especially not if there was a slot machine.
No.
Yeah,
she'd try and play
kind
those
of sucks
penny
for y'all
slots.
when you had to, the one person has to run out and to do the little quick game
That's
at
right.
the beginning. Nope, can't go out there.
Fast Money.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play Fast Money.
I did too.
Felt like I could do.
You have to send an audition video in, like, to even get considered.
I used to set the timer on my microwave and do and like test and do
nice
trivia. Yeah. I'd say I wouldn't mess around with this trivia stuff. No, great news, college football wise. Great news, I think. You've got the possibility of something very interesting, because you know how much we all enjoy Hard Knocks, right? From the all the nonsense. Antonio Davis. There's always something going on with Hard Knocks and in HBO.
Antonio Davis.
I mean, Antonio Brown. I'm saying Antonio Davis.
I don't know.
Antonio Brown. For some reason,
lost cousin of Anthony Davis.
Yeah, for some reason, Antonio Davis, like Antonio Brown, Davis,
it
all
becomes
these,
Davis for you.
It becomes Davis for me. I don't know why. Anyway, all the Antonio Brown nonsense, all the craziness that goes on. There's always something that happens in these camps, whatever it may be. We've seen people flip golf carts over. We've seen crazy. Whatever team HBO manages somehow to make some something dramatic, some shenanigans, something interesting for the people. Cool, right? They have a particular style. And I think other places have tried to do the Hard Knocks type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN's tried it certain ways. It just doesn't, there's a certain stylistic approach that they have that is unique. I don't know, it's because you can get away with more on HBO. You can do the cursing thing. I don't know. But something about it, they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very excited to see that the word on the street is that they are going to be working with some college programs this year to run a Hard Knocks-esque show about preparation for a particular game week.
Mm-hmm.
And the teams that have been mentioned, and 2 of them have confirmed that they are in at least negotiations with Arizona State,
mm-hmm.
Herm Edwards, Herm could be entertaining.
Yeah.
Penn State,
Okay.
Jimmy Franklin, always fun.
Does he still have me blocked?
Are you blocked?
For a while, I was blocked from
Why?
James Franklin. I don't know.
Was it from back at Vandy?
Yes.
Yeah. He can be a thin. He feels like he can be a thin-skinned sort of guy.
No, I'm not blocked anymore.
Good.
Wait, you got blocked by James Franklin?
And I'm gonna follow him right now.
Now you're not going to be able to.
There we go.
All right. So you've got Penn State, you've got Arizona State, you've got now the biggies, Alabama.
Okay.
Boo.
And Washington State. Now that's the one.
That is the one. Mike Leach, baby.
That is it.
Mike Leach, Game Prep, Hard Knock Style, HBO. That.
Yes.
Really, there should not be another option.
I'm there for all of that.
Yes.
For whatever insanity. And Leach confirmed it yesterday after their practice, saying that he would love to do it. He doesn't want to compromise the team's prep and all that stuff, but he would love to show what they like to do and what happens. Again, I'm desperately disappointed that Mike Leach did not get the gig at Tennessee when Jeremy Pruitt did.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to see Nick Saban on that. It's like Bill Belichick.
No, I've seen some of the behind the scenes stuff from Alabama. They're not bad. I'm telling you, they're not bad. They're better than you think in those settings. I actually enjoyed. There was one they did last year that was actually reasonably compelling.
Okay.
So I'm optimistic about their approach. But Leach is obviously going to take. But I'd love to see, because the way, the guy's wacky and he does all the weird stuff and we know the shtick. But he's a good coach. He's really done a phenomenal job at Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see that style in the SEC, just to see what it's like, to see, because we don't really know the answer. We've seen it in the Big 12. We've seen it now in the Pac-12. What would it look like in the vaunted, legendary, the toughest of the tough, the biggest of the big? It just matters more. All that stuff in the SEC. What I think, I don't know, CJ. To me, like you got to do something different to beat Nick Saban. You're not going to beat him doing the same thing he's doing, which is what I think a lot of these teams are doing.
You want to know evidence that you're not going to beat them doing what they're doing? Everybody who's hired a Nick Saban assistant, when they play Nick Saban, do they win those games? Mm-mm. Have they won one of those games?
I don't think so.
Is it even close?
Sometimes.
Oh,
Kirby,
here recently.
Yeah, Kirby,
because of Kirby. Kirby keeps it close.
Yeah. Kirby should have won. I mean,
both of them.
But, yeah.
Did he?
He did not.
Okay, so you can't keep going to Nick Saban's place, taking Nick Saban things and thinking you're going to beat Nick Saban with diet Nick Saban. That's not how this is going to work.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you give that a shot? Why wouldn't you give? I mean, Leach is. I realize he's extremely unconventional,
mm-hmm.
but you gotta try something different.
Mm-hmm.
To me, if you're going to get to where you need to get, and we're seeing. Some of that, you're seeing some teams experiment with a little more openness, a little more of a style where you're, kind of slinging it around a little bit. Look at Hugh Freeze. Who was the most successful coach against Alabama for that stretch? I mean, it was Hugh Freeze. He didn't do it by, playing a tight defensive type of style. That wasn't. He was slinging them taters. Them hash browns were all over the place.
They were flying. Hash browns were flying all over the place when Auburn was able to beat Alabama. Like, think about what they were able to do offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Think about them and that spread that they were running. Now, they had one of those times they had one of the great college players in Cam Newton at the quarterback position, but think about what they were able to do. Johnny Manziel, again, another great college football player, but what system was he in? He was in a very spread out system, a very spread style system. And they were able to beat Alabama. You're not going to beat Alabama hiring Alabama assistants. So, again, think outside of the box. I wish, like you, that Tennessee would have hired Mike Leach. For nothing else, so I could be there just to consume and ingest all of Mike Leach's Mike Leachness.
Well, and you just want to see, you just want to see a different approach. I mean, again, look at what Dabo's doing.
Mm-hmm.
For all the issues or whatever else may be happening with Dabo off the field, and some of the things he said, he's an amazing recruiter. And on top of that, the style they play is not it's dictated by those quarterbacks, and it's much more open and it's much more high flying. And you see Nick now, kind of doing that with the great group of skill position guys that he's got. Mm-hmm. You can't. But more importantly to me than the style is the manner in which you run your program, like the nature of your interactions with your players and all that stuff. I mean, you don't have to have this dictatorial style. To me, you got to be who you are, and you don't need to amend that or to change that based on what you think is best, based on what you think is the kids will like more, or what. You got to just be yourself. Nick Saban is successful because he's himself, and himself happens to be this driven, borderline insane dude who is extremely meticulous and has a very specific way he wants to do things. That's him. You can't do that because you're not him. Dabo's winning by being himself.
Yes.
And himself is not Nick Saban. It's much more of a family thing. It's much more of a, hey, buddy, I love you. Hey, pal, come over here. There's much more of that. And, there's only 6 inches between a kick in the ass and a slap on the back, but that's a big 6 inches.
What? I've never heard that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
New saying. Filing that away.
That's where it is.
Filing that away.
So one guy's got up here, one guy's down here.
Mm-hmm.
They're both winning, and they're doing it their own way. They're not trying to be, Dabo trying to be like Nick would be disingenuous and vice versa. You got to be yourself. And I don't know how many of these guys are being, themselves really. I mean, I don't know if that's really what they are.
It's a copycat world. And so we as a society, as a collective, when we see somebody successful, we think, okay, if I do exactly what that person is doing, I too will be successful. And the reason why some of us aren't is because that, like you're saying, that's not genuine. That's not true to who you are. So not only are you miserable trying to mimic and copy somebody else, but you're miserable and unsuccessful at it. And if you find some type of joy, and if you're having some type of fun while you're trying to complete the task, you'll be successful because you'll be more engaged. It won't be it won't seem so daunting to you. The failures won't hit you so hard. And that has been the case with a bunch of these Saban assistants, is that, to your point, I think Muschamp is more fun than what he let on. But because he wanted to fit in, this is how you win. This is how you have to run a program. You have to do it like Saban. Saban's got all these wins. He put too much pressure on himself and on that program, and it just didn't work because it's not who you are. If you're in
authenticity is the thing.
Florida team should be having fun, constant fun. Players should be having fun because you can get the best players in Florida, and those are some of the best players in the world.
Look at Miami.
When Miami is having fun, they're unstoppable. When they're trying to mimic or dial down the fun that they notoriously have had as a program, that is when they go through droughts and spells like this. Got to embrace the fun, man.
And so,
or simply embrace who you are. If who you are is fun, be fun. Notre Dame's not fun, so don't all of a sudden go be fun. Is not fun, so they don't get to go be fun. But Miami, Florida State, other programs, Washington State, some of those programs out in the Pac-12, A&M, fun and cool. Like, be fun and cool. Yeah. Be who you are. You don't have to mimic
or don't.
Well, if you're not, I mean, if you're not fun, then don't.
Yeah,
like you're good. Just be who you are.
Exactly. Be. That's the number one thing that I think people overlook in this. When you're trying to go and get the next Nick Saban, you need to get the next authentic guy.
Yeah.
That's why, to me, that's why Mike Norvell has been so successful in Memphis, in spite of the fact that he's a different sort of guy than Justin Fuente, different kind of. But they are both, Fuente and Norvell were very true to their own selves. Whatever they feel like should be done, they're doing it, not really worrying about what's supposed to be this or that. They just do the thing that they do best. That's the smart way to go. That's the way that you need to consider this stuff. Speaking of the University of Memphis, the new AD, Laird Veach, is going to join Greg and Eli coming up next, 10:30. So you're going to stick around to hear what he has to say on these airwaves. So we'll take a break, come back, and wrap up this edition of The Experience. Peter and CJ with you here, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Get happy with Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Weekday afternoons from 1 till 3 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive? Take the car for a couple of days if you want. Streamlined buying process. You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar. Take it into Mississippi. The first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume, like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire-roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Stop. Pick up your golf clubs. Head to my favorite place, Vantage Point Golf Center, 9580 Macon Road in Cordova. Open 7 days a week. Vantage Point Golf Center. They got it all. Top tracer powered by Top Golf. Track your shots like the pros. You know exactly where you hit the ball. Have a beer, eat a sandwich, and relax. Over 50 grass spots and fully lit for nighttime. There are 18 holes of mini golf. It's fun for the whole family. Visit Vantage Point Golf Center. They've got it all. 1 mile west of Houston Levee.
It's happened again. Miramichi, that heaven in Woodstock, 15 miles north of downtown Memphis. Miramichi has been made the #1 public golf course in the state of Tennessee. 15 minutes from downtown, all this natural beauty, this very tough test of golf is there for you, and it's #1 again. They've improved again, too. They've made changes. They always do. They want you to have the best golfing experience you could possibly have. And they keep on making these adjustments. They've knocked down some trees. They made it easier. They have better conditions with grass. The greens, outstanding. And once again, they are #1. I also should tell you they've got new golf carts, and they've got these cool little things where you hook up your phone, it'll charge, and at the same time, you've got GPS on your phone. All kinds of innovation and a world-class golfing experience at Miramichi in Woodstock.
A university psychiatrist tested the top salesman of a major national insurance company. He found that those with perfectionist tendencies earned from $12,000 to $15,000 per year less than those who were not perfectionists. The study found that high performers were almost always free of the compulsion toward perfection. Rather than thinking of their mistakes as failures, the top salespersons have managed to learn from their mistakes and build on them. Too many of us are bound by a compulsion to perfection. The tragic thing is that we have been made to believe that our value is in what we do, not in who we are. Parents make that mistake with their children, affirming their performance, not their person. So we end up believing we will not be accepted unless we are perfect. Listen, the compulsion to perfection will destroy us when we don't recognize and control it. I'm Shane Stanford from Christ Church, Memphis. You matter.
Visit ChristchurchMemphis.org.
Welcome back to the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and C.J.
Oh, Pressure Luck. The remake is good. Elizabeth Banks doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Love Pressure Luck.
Did you ever watch the documentary on the guy that figured out the system years ago?
I absolutely did. He was a maniac.
Yes, he was.
But he was very, very rich maniac. Peter Tamarkin
Until he wasn't,
was the host of the original Pressure Luck. Died in a plane crash, I believe. Very sad.
He was good. I watched the old version.
Peter Tamarkin, he was really good. He was. He was kind of underappreciated because he left us too soon. He didn't do anything else. But he did do Pressure Luck, and it was fantastic. Texters at 67129 coming in very, very hot and somewhat disrespectful. Peter, I think your butt is bigger than 6 inches, bud.
What's disrespectful about that?
I love how everybody who has ever disrespected you on our text line always uses bud afterwards.
Well, that's not really disrespectful. It's kind of disrespectful. I'm not using the 6 inches between a kick in the butt and a pat on the back is not the width of your butt or the area of your butt cheeks. It is the area between the top of your butt area and the middle of your back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that is. That is probably the same on most people.
Yes.
Now your butt itself, that could some of you have. I have FBS. Flat butt syndrome. It's
diminished gluteal syndrome is the official term.
Yes, yeah, I got that working. So, I appreciate the thoughts and prayers on that as I work to try to find pants that will stay up properly.
You got to do some squats or something. Got to get a bubble butt. Eat more bread.
You can't just I did squats all day long.
Did you eat bread right afterwards? Need to be going to Olive Garden eating nothing but the breadsticks.
Bread goes right to the butt.
Bread goes straight to the booty.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I learned something every day.
Yeah.
All right. So some people have.
They both start with B, like
big
bread,
old butt. Some people got big old butts, and some people don't, and I'm in the don't category.
Eat more bread. Think about your diet. How much bread are you eating? You're not eating enough bread.
Obviously not enough, according to your situation.
No. Are you eating bread for every meal? In the morning, are you eating some toast with your meal?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Lunch. Are you?
I think you're optimistic to think I have a meal in the morning.
That is the issue.
That is you're very optimistic.
Lunch. Are you eating some type of grain for lunch? At least a roll or something like that. Maybe a toasted sandwich or a sandwich of some sort.
In general, that's where I would normally find bread.
And then for dinner, you're not eating a roll. You're not eating garlic bread. Yeah, that's your issue, man. Bread goes to the booty. You got to eat more bread.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Text in.
I've learned something today.
CJ, you're lucky then because bread goes straight to my stomach. Yes. It hits the stomach first and then it spills over to your booty.
No.
Yes.
I think your gut spills over on top. Your gut is spilling over for sure, but it's not spilling over to your booty.
It does. It's been signed. Trust me.
You got to get.
Trust me. I flunked out of pharmacy school. I know how anatomy works.
Some people got as a texter points out, some people got a high booty, some people got a low booty. But I'm saying on average, roughly 6 to 8 inches is gonna be what you're looking for between a kick in the butt and a pat on the back. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now another texter comes in super hot. Says, Peter, how many wins is your best case scenario for Tennessee? Don't BS me. Oh, gee, okay, all right. I wasn't going to BS you anyway, but
this whole show has been a bunch of that.
How can you be a dual Tiger and UT fan? Is what I want to know.
It's not hard.
Says I'm a dual Tiger and UT fan. Says tell me your worst case scenario. I'll be happy with Tennessee 6-6 in Memphis on New Year's Day. Well, that's a high. I'm sure I can't imagine why you wouldn't be happy with Memphis on New Year's Day. 6-6. Worst case scenario for Tennessee would be the absolute worst case scenario is 4-8. They can't possibly lose any more than 8. I don't think they can lose any of the other 4. I don't see. I know BYU, they've sold something like 7,000 tickets. They're going to have a huge contingent heading over. I can't see them losing that game. I'd say 4-8 is going to be the absolute worst case scenario. Which, they've had some injuries, and defensive line is extremely inexperienced now. Major issues there. I mean, really, as Jeremy Pruitt, I think, put it yesterday, he said, we don't have any starters except for the quarterback. So we got a starting quarterback. That's about it. That doesn't sound like a team that's gonna just be real good. So I would say I've said something along the lines of 7-5 seems fairly reasonable, but I don't know. That's I could see that. I could see that going the other way.
Yeah, be at 5-7.
That 6.5 win total is a very that's a dicey number with the way things have gone thus far.
Yeah, inexperience on both lines really. And this conference is not what you want to have. That is not the formula or the equation for good football being played in the SEC. And
again, as we said before, I don't really even know how to judge Jeremy Pruitt because you had some games last year that were really good from Tennessee, and then you had just some absolute stink bombs to end the season.
Barely beat Ohio,
like
and then Charlotte. Barely beat Charlotte, and then the following week knock off top
at
15
Auburn,
Kentucky.
At Auburn, beat Kentucky. I mean, like you've won some nice and played well in those games, and then just got housed by Missouri, got housed by Vandy. So I don't know what to make of him as a preparer for these sorts of games. So I would say, again, worst case scenario is 4-8, but more likely 7-5, 6-6. That's gonna. I don't know. That's I'm reserving the full judgment on that until right before the season. we are 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Gosh, 2 weeks from.
Actually, what I'm talking about, a week from.
For
Florida.
Oh,
Miami.
Really? Oh,
August
they're not letting the flag in to game day.
Yeah, well, because it's in the Magic Kingdom. Yeah,
That's a damn shame.
They're very, very intense about that. Yeah, a week from Saturday.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's back.
I can't wait. Getting excited about it. I've already been requested by the texters not to thank you, so I'm not going to.
Don't listen to the texters.
Thank you, texters. I'll thank them instead of you.
Yes, do the right thing.
Thanks internationally to Jason Munns joining us from the Bombers. Again, Laird Veach, new AD, coming on with Greg and Eli in about 30 minutes. You're going to want to stick around for that. A big thanks to all of you guys for contributing, being part of the show. Thanks to Jerry Jones as well.
Do the right
for
thing, Peter.
doing his thing. Yeah, I will. Thanks, Austin. Great job over there.
And
thanks to me. We got to get out of here.
Stay
cool out there.
Me. What?
We got to go. We have to.
No.
Upon official review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
We deliver jerseys, funny foam fingers, and everything you need to get ready for the game. But what you really get when FedEx knocks on your door is so much more.
FedEx Delivery.
Game day spirit. What we deliver by delivering.
Sandbar port side.
What?
Sandbar on port side.
What side?
Port side. The left.
Where?
Port side. The left. Port means left.
Got it. Left.
There's a reason they say curse like a sailor.
Just say left.